What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Relationship Wednesdays. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Go Spurs, F New York.
Knicks, go Knicks.
No, F Knicks. Okay,
go Knicks.
Let's just be honest. Last time y'all won, y'all weren't even alive. Well, maybe
that's why I'm happy. That's why
I was alive. Let's be honest, okay?
I was old then.
Yeah, you exactly. But no. We do, yeah, he's doing horrible, but we do appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday. Make sure you hit the like button because it is free. Anton will be joining us shortly. Just to go through the cast members, of course, you guys know Shampoo. Go ahead and follow him at Ask Shampoo. Returning again is Mimi at iHeartMimiB. Of course, you guys know Aaliyah. Go ahead and follow her at Turn On The AC. Returning again is Miss Blue. Welcome. And we have a new
shout out, Q.
Go ahead. Shout out. Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to my son. He's graduating tomorrow. My oldest son. He's graduating high school. He's so smart. He's courageous. He's funny. I love him so much.
Is he a virgin?
No.
Good for him. Good for him. Slinging that tool. Slinging that tool.
Here we go.
As gross, ill. So I just want to shout him out. He just got a football scholarship to a university, and I wish him all the best. He is my firstborn. I love him so much. My star, my champion. Mommy loves you. I will support you through everything. If you guys want to go see his film, he has his film on his Instagram. Is at yx.manny. Manny's have an X instead of an A.
All right.
So you can go see him. He's an all-around star. He's a basketball. That's him right here.
Nice.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
To my son.
Yeah. As long as you're not shouting at the Knicks, we're fine.
And the Knicks.
No, F the Knicks. F the Knicks.
72.
Okay.
72.
No, it's
47 years.
all day. Okay. Tim Duncan's from the island I'm from. I'm only repping him. But to continue on.
But Tim Duncan is not even on the Spurs anymore.
I know that, but I'm still a Spurs fan.
From his Spurs.
Okay. But anyways, moving on to Bor. Welcome. This is your first time. Where can the people find you at?
You can follow me on Instagram right there. My hand on the screen. CDF4.
Okay. Welcome. And Mia, welcome. New guest. Where can the people find you at? You're muted. Oh no, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay, you guys can find me at Damone_Mia.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Williams, how do you pronounce your name? Because I know I just asked you and I forgot.
It's pronounced Shard.
Shard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shard, where can the people find you at?
People can find me on YouTube at Shard Williams, Instagram, Facebook at just Shard. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then, of course, you guys know Anton Daniels. Please hit the like button if you are interested in joining the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit me up on IG and just say panel, and we'll have you on it. Well, I'll have you on here. But to start off, do you guys think, just like a quick raise of hand, is there a man that's 100% loyal nowadays? Do you think there's men out there that's 100% loyal?
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, let's watch this clip and talk about it.
Do you guys think it's possible to find a man that truly only has eyes for one girl? Like a man that won't cheat in any way, not even looking, like won't even think about it? I really don't think so.
Okay.
She's mixing a lot of stuff in there now.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So to talk about it, even though the clip talked about men, is any man / woman actually 100% loyal? Go ahead.
By her standards in the video, no.
Why you say that?
Because you can't help but look. Like if you have a thought and you see somebody, that's okay. Like she was adding too many things into the category. So if the category is so broad, then it's
you can't be.
Nobody
is perfect. Nobody's 100% perfect.
Because you could be 100% loyal as far as not cheating or having a good job, and you just loyal, but you're gonna look, so that makes you unloyal. No, it's some women that walk by you can't help but look.
I think it all depends on what stage you are in life. If you are in a stage where you're looking for a commitment, you're not trying to get into something looking to want to cheat or looking for anything back, even if it happens throughout your relationship. I think that going into something that you want, your thought process is not thinking about cheating. So it all depends on your stage where you are. If you want a partner, then you're not going to think about that. So I do think.
So if you think if you with your husband or whatever, and he looks at other women, you think he's not loyal?
If he looks at other women, what? I don't think that's cheating.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think cheating comes with emotions and feelings attached. But if he's looking at other women, I don't think that's cheating.
What if he looks at other women and takes that thought into the bathroom?
Into the bathroom? That's not cheating. He wouldn't do something like that.
Whacking off at the mall.
No, for me, I just think that it all depends on the stage in your life. Men don't have to cheat. I don't think men are cheaters. 100. Every man is a cheater. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
As they get older, I think they calm down a little more. But they all, men got that in them. But if they're loyal, they're gonna be loyal.
Yeah, I just think it depends on the person and the relationship you in.
I think it depends on how somebody was raised too. I think it depends on your morality level, your values, your principles, how you're raised, what's instilled in you, and how you're conditioned.
Oh, so if you cheat on somebody, you just you're not raised right?
That can be. I'm a firm believer in all behaviors. I learned behaviors. Your father who raised you could be.
No.
You develop that.
No, I don't agree with that.
All behaviors, I learned behaviors. Baby learned how to eat.
Everybody learned that stuff from the culture.
Exactly. Behaviors are learned.
But at the end of the day, if you're not having sex with nobody else, you're 100% loyal. That all the other shit is whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, so y'all think cheating is like a learned behavior? Like you learn to cheat?
I mean, I think as men, you conditioned an environment that you're supposed to be hitting multiple women and all that. Like, so it's just, it is what it is.
Why do you think as men supposed to just be with
I don't know why. That's just how it is, though. That's how it always has been. Like, I don't know who started it. If I knew his name, I'd give it to you. But it's just always been that way.
Just because someone did it, does that mean it's the rules? Does that mean it has to be the rules? Because what if women like to have sex and want to run around and be with a bunch of men? You guys are saying that's nasty. So who created it?
No, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen though.
Do you know how long it's been going on though? I'm saying like I only been here for 41 years. I can't. Shit was going on hundreds of years before me, thousands of years before me. It's gonna go on way after.
If y'all had to put a percentage on how many, well, let's separate it. If you had to put a percentage of how many women versus how many men are 100% loyal 100% of the time and never cheat, what would you say that percentage is?
0.
I think for a woman, I'd give them about 40%.
Fuck no.
For women, I'll say about 20%. For men, I'll say probably 12.
So you think that 20% of women are faithful, like never cheated?
Possibly. That's a possibility.
Like if you had to just guess. I mean, obviously we don't know. So there's no wrong answers.
We live in a society where we have dating apps, social media. There's so many things at our fingertips. So yeah.
I've noticed that, like being oldest, like older. I've noticed that younger people are more like pessimistic. Like they're more. I don't know.
Really?
No, not perspicuous. I don't even know that word, but I'm they're more
optimistic.
Say it again. No, they're more negative about like relationships and stuff. Like.
I know.
Pessimistic.
Thank you. Anton let me drown. He said, "Thank you for the lifeline." I'm like, move me that shit.
Sometimes you're able to pull it through. You know what I'm saying?
They more pessimistic when it comes to relationships, but they more free when it was sex. Like sex ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think it's more like, if I had to guess for women, I would say it's probably more like maybe 2%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because Anton said never cheated.
It's 2 to 8. It's
he
2
said
to
never.
8.
Oh,
you said
6.
never.
He said never. So a woman could be faithful to
6.
her husband, but could have cheated in the past.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like even if a woman's married, you like entertaining a man in your DMs, to me, that's still cheating.
That's cheating.
Like, why are you entertaining them? You got a whole husband, you're in a relationship. You're messaging a guy because he's liking your pictures, want to screw you.
Oh,
to me, that's cheating.
Them's fighting words.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, I definitely think it's low.
I think it may be about 2%. And the only reason I would even give it that high is because I think that it's some women that just not willing to risk it based off of the person that they with. And I don't think it's based off of their character at all.
So you think only 2% of women are faithful?
Are you basing that 2% off the Black community, off the entire world?
No, I think it's in general. I think the nature of women is. I think the nature of women is the same regardless of what your race is.
They like attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it's any different. Obviously, I think y'all get caught less, so it would seem like guys are doing more. I think women do way more, and they get away with way more. And I think that when women do it, they do it like they're demons. Like it's a different type of betrayal when a woman do it. And I don't even think, like, a lot of times they'll say, well, it's different between guys and girls. That's true, but part of the reason why I think that it's different between guys and girls is because when women do it, they go all the way to hell with it. Like it's a different type of
they fall hard.
Yeah, it's a different type of betrayal. Like if let's say, for example, if a woman, when guys are with girls, a lot of times, especially if they don't give a fuck about them, like let's say, he messing with her, but she cheating, right? They don't care. Like they actually, like they'll smut them all the way out. Like, and women, they like that shit. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll just completely just dog walk them. And the woman don't care a lot of times because in her mind, it's like, well, You know what I'm saying? This is just a fun time. This is not something that, you know what I'm saying? So the standards that she'll have for the person that she with is completely different than the standards of the person that she's cheating with, right? And so it's a crazy level of disloyalty, I think. And so because of that level of like, because it's way more magnified, it's 10 times worse. It's 10 times worse. If a woman knows what a guy did, I don't think that she's as heartbroken. And if she knew the details of what he did, it wouldn't even be close to the level of heartbreak that the guy would have.
Oh my God.
What the fuck she did?
What?
Oh God.
What?
Listen, if all cards was on the table, no, there will be no relationship. There will be no marriages. There will be no relationships. There will be nothing. If truth was truly like what it was, there would be no trust.
If you could read that,
there will be zero trust with men. The only reason that guys still trust women to the extent that they do, and still rock out with them to the extent that they do, and still is loyal to them to the extent that they do, is because they don't know no better. They have no fucking clue.
Or she doesn't give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't give the fact that what she's doing away. Like you can't tell. That's what makes men crazy too. Because they go, man, I can't believe she did this. You know what I'm saying? But all the time she was doing it. Because
he don't have a fucking clue. He don't have a clue whatsoever.
For women, what percent do you get from men though?
I think that there's more faithful men than women, and I think that it's probably closer to maybe a quarter. No, I'm keeping it 100 with you. I know guys in real life, mentors that have never, ever stepped out, never did nothing, never had any inkling or any interest in it whatsoever, even to the point to where, and one of the reasons that some of them was telling the truth, because these real talks happen. And one of the reasons I even know it is because sometimes they've even said to me in a mentorship level, like, I'm not really sure that I should have been like that. Like they've even expressed a level of regret because of the type of loyalty that they've had to the women that they've been with. You know what I'm saying? And so I know for a fact that there's a segment of guys out there that's just genuinely good guys. Think about it like this. When guys go bad, that's a progression. They grow to go bad. It's the reverse for women. When women go good, they go from bad to good. When guys go bad, they go from good to bad. Guys start off with not all, obviously. Most guys have a pure heart until they get involved or they get tempted or whatever, right? It's not always a woman's fault why a guy goes bad. Sometimes it's access. Sometimes he just get caught up. Sometimes he get too much and he get too much temptation. Sometimes he get caught up in the lifestyle, right? But a lot of times guys go bad because of the circumstances that they in, or what they see, or all of this type of stuff, or what they experience, or heartbreak, or whatever. Guys, for the most part, in a lot of instances, they start off good guys and then they turn into whatever they grow into being. Girls, a lot of times, they start off with a slut phase, a hoe phase, and then they find God. And they start to try to figure out how it is. You know what? I need a good guy, marry the nerd, all of that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want to have their fun when they're younger, and then they say, you know what? I'm ready to settle down. A lot of guys are focused on doing the right thing, and then they be like, you know what? I'm never fucking getting married again. It's a reverse of how they move. And so when you think about that from that lens, honestly, that's the only logical conclusion that you can really draw. And again, nobody is a monolith. I'm not saying that all women do it. I'm not saying that all men do it. But in a general sense, if you look at the culture, you look at how guys progress and what it is that they turn into, that's usually what it is.
So if a woman was going through a hoes phase and she said, I'm going to get a good guy, the nerd and all that, is she forcing herself to be that way because her age or whatever, or she really wants to change?
I think that women are usually as faithful as their opportunities and their options. So much so to where a woman will seriously consider leaving a man that is halfway decent in order to level up with a guy that's much better. If she felt like this is something that I can really attach myself to, she'll figure out how to justify in her mind why this nigga is no good no more. She'll see all the bad in him because it's another opportunity that's right there. It could be a nigga walking in the hallway and he just so happened to be him. And she'll entertain it and it'll be on some, honestly, it'll be on some innocent shit, but she'll be curious. And so, you know, she'll let the nigga follow her on Instagram and she'll go through his profile to see who the fuck he is. And she'll entertain the little conversation. She's not going to block him. And if he get through that wall, not even intentionally, but unintentionally, and he him, nigga, it's a comparison the rest of the way out. It's nothing that the dude that she can do. There's nothing that the dude that she with can do.
Nope.
To save her from that nigga that's up there.
Look at the judge. Look at that judge that was screaming in the chambers.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? She got her husband. Her husband is a judge as well. He look like, you know what he looks like right now? You know what I'm saying? Like a police commissioner was banging your wife in her chambers. And
saw that clip.
Was she feeling like that?
Think about it though. How you gonna unsee some shit that you already done saw?
See that one.
You can't. Women change their standards based off of what they see, based off of their new experiences. Oh shit, I'm steakhouses every day, lifestyle different, cars is different. What you think she going backwards to be with a good guy? Okay, this guy treats me well.
Yeah, but that judge went. If you think about it, that judge went backwards with the police.
Because that wasn't her man, right?
It was lust.
Again, that's not something that she had to be committed to. That was a situation.
Now she was
They're not going to leave the person at a better situation for a situationship that's less than. They'll have fun, right? But they're less willing to risk it when they got more to lose, but it doesn't mean that they're not going, right? So the level of faithfulness in that situation, I think, is different. However, if there's an upgrade available and there's a slot available, man, listen, bro, I think a woman matter of fact, I don't even think it, I know it. A woman would rather be a man's second and third on a higher level than a man's first on a lower level.
They tell you it every day.
Listen, hear what I'm saying. A woman would prefer, she would prefer to be a man's second and third on a much, much higher level than a decent guy's.
I don't like women like that.
First on a regular lower level.
I don't like women like. So what? I work at the gas station,
and I'm curious. Am I off? Because I love for women to tell me that I'm wrong.
That last part,
I hate that you. Huh?
What, Aaliyah?
That last part, you're not wrong. Women prove it every day. They say they'll be with a man with money and he could have a bunch of other girls, and they say it all the time. We watch these videos every day. That's just women go off circumstance. They want the benefits that they're gonna go every time.
What is it? They'll rather cry in the Bentley.
Well, but on the other hand, on the flip side of it, if a woman, if a man got money and or whatever, and she doesn't care that he cheats, that could be a way of making him not cheat. If a woman acts like she doesn't care what you do, that'll make a man be more faithful.
Really?
Well, here's the thing, though, Q. You say the rather crying to Bentley. I don't think they crying. I don't think that they're not confused about what they got themselves into.
They know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. But then, women be like, you know what, broke men cheat too. So why not get a rich man? Right. Why not get a rich man and get some of his resources?
But think about it. That don't necessarily mean that the guy that they're with, and I'm not saying that he even broke. He may just be a normal, cool dude with a good personality, whatever. That don't mean that he cheating just because she choosing.
Yeah.
What women will create a situation that divides the person that they with in order to justify being with another guy.
What's that again?
They will create a situation that that basically forces them to divide themselves against the person that they with. Oh man, he not doing this, or
yeah.
I can't tell you how many people send me videos of women saying it's okay to leave a good man because he's a good guy. He's just not a good for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
What the fuck does that even mean? He's a good guy, but he's not good for me. Either he good or he not.
Somebody else.
What are you talking about? He's a good man. He's just not good for me. What the fuck is
they
that?
just don't like him.
You hate him. That's what
they
just don't like him. They like him. They just don't like him no more because of some shit that they didn't see.
If a woman, I know it sounds corny, but if a woman cheats on if a woman cheats on her man or husband, she hates. She hates him. There's no but.
You know what the worst part about it is? You know what the worst is? When a woman says, I just, but I think we should really still be friends.
Wow.
Like they're willing to still be cool with the person.
Or if a woman
goes, so they can keep cool benefits too.
Or if a woman say, I'm still cool with my ex, we the best of friends, I'll be like, damn, that nigga ain't hit that shit at all.
And it's a diabolical game, man. It's
you gotta be careful.
It's a diabolical game. It is such a nasty game to play. I believe 98% of women have or will get themselves in a bad situation. And I think that maybe at least a quarter of the guys is chilling. It's chilling.
98% is high.
And going back to that judge that was screaming, I don't want the police officer that was fucking her to think that that's why she was screaming. She's a screamer. This girl that screams in there, you can put your pinky in there, they be screaming.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he probably like, I was killing that. No, you wasn't.
You say you put your pinky in there?
I'm saying you could. They got because she was screaming like, "Come on!"
Yeah, she was acting.
I was like,
This shit would have been.
I thought somebody was getting murdered. I didn't think she was having sex.
Yeah, you think what?
Somebody was hurting her, like feeling like a pig, like.
But maybe he was. Maybe his shit was like a football. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think women do cheat more than men. I do agree with that. I do agree that. I do. I give it more.
It's the most logical thing. We don't get caught. We know because we don't get caught as much. But like it's just
in my circle, my immediate circle, my friends were the one to get cheated on. So for me to sit there and say men don't cheat at all, I can't. They do cheat.
I'm not saying that you would know. I'm not saying you would know, but do you think a woman? You think when a woman gets cheated on, does she think it's like she's inferior?
No, I don't think she thinks she's inferior. I just most of the time we want to look at how the girl look like. If the girl is looking
to compare, so you can see if she looks better than you, and then I
can understand that.
If she looks better than you, you'll have a different type of emotional reaction. But if she's ugly, that's something you could joke upon. Oh, you look dumb.
Yeah,
you know how it goes.
Yeah, we don't think that we inferior to the girl. No, we just gonna crack on.
No, I'm saying inferior to him. Like, why does he do that to him? Does it get that deep to say, why would you? Maybe I'm lacking, or I don't know.
Women think that, but we won't say that. It'll be thoughts in the head like, what is it me? Like we'll have those thoughts, but we will never voice them.
Oh yeah.
We'll never tell you that that's what we was thinking.
I believe
if she not real.
Yeah.
If she real, she will. But
meanwhile, if a girl did that, the man was like, you know what I'm saying, he would love to hear that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he would love to hear the woman say that she feels inferior.
Yeah, that you made me feel
they
like
would like
that
to hear us
that.
self-reflect. Like they would like to hear us try
it's
to,
sexy. It's like it's unique. It's unique. Just like if a girl say I don't care where you go or don't, you could go wherever you want to go. That makes a man, because women are smarter than men. So that's reverse psychology. Oh no, why you want me? You don't care where I go? No, I didn't say I care where you go, but you should have your freedom. I don't want no damn freedom. It's like reverse psychology.
I know men like compliments. A lot of time I compliment my husband a lot, and he really likes that. It's something that women don't do. We like getting compliments from men, but men like to get compliments.
But you said like you forcing it. Like you don't. You said I give him a lot of compliments. Like you forcing.
I give him compliments because I just see that if he does something that I like, I just be like, oh, that I call him.
But you've been with him so long. How much can you compliment him? Like everything about him. Like.
But it's still compliments. It's still men appreciate that,
No,
that's what I think. I think men appreciate you talking nice to them, speaking life into them. We want that from our men, right? We want men to do that for us. I think we should also give that back.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I don't get that. I get a lot of bullshit.
Well, that's on you. But I'm just kidding. But that was a good little icebreaker. Anybody else before we move on?
I think that you got to continuously train her. You got to train her up, bro. You do. I don't think that women by themselves, left to their own mindset and their own devices, are able to maintain who they are throughout a relationship unless you're training her and you continuously retraining her on how it is that she needs to operate in that relationship.
Can you train a woman that was raised by her father?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends if her father was a bum.
If her father was a real man, what we would define as a real man, how can you train a woman that was already trained by a man previously?
Tell me what a real man looks like to you. Define that.
I mean, you should always be teachable, though.
Business. So I'm not saying teachable. I'm saying that things have already been instilled into her. Now, maybe train her as to how to deal with you and handle you. But other than that, outside of that, can you, and maybe we need to define what you mean by train.
But that's what you need to train on, what you need.
Okay, so let's talk about train. It's like a horse. Like you got to break her in.
Like a horse.
I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm using it as a like a metaphor, right? It's like a wild horse in a way. It's like you break them and then you reteach them. You break them and then you got to reteach them. And a lot of times, a lot of women have been in different relationships, or they see how things, or they may even be influenced by what they see happening out here from their friends or whatever, right? And so a lot of times you have to retrain them because they may even get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They may get complacent. They may get a lot of things. And so you have to recondition them, or you have to kind of like reset them.
Like a refrigerator.
You have to, no, I'm being serious. You have to reset them because otherwise they will get too comfortable, and sometimes you can even see some of it seeping through, right? So like, for example, you'll see a woman that start to talk to you a certain way, or start to feel more comfortable saying certain things that may be a little bit more out of pocket than usual. And so, for example, you may retrain her in a way and say, and it ain't even necessarily what you say, it's what you do. So you don't let her see you for a while. You don't let her have as much access to you, right? Sometimes you gotta not allow for them to be able to get so comfortable, or not allow for them to bring so much stuff over. Hey, you know what? You got to go and you got to get your stuff, and I'm gonna bring your stuff to you, or I'm gonna take your stuff to you. You can't always let them get too comfortable sometimes, because then they'll start to feel like they have dominion over what goes on in your life. And so I think that the best guys sometimes will tell them, you know what? I need to retrain you how to treat me.
Yeah, just nip it in the bud.
You know what I'm saying? And part of that is also not being so desperate for the box, because if a woman knows that she can manipulate you with sex, because they know that you're so fucking thirsty, and that's why you got to have stuff going on. You got to have motion. You got to have things going, things occupied, because if you worship sex, or if you worship her and what she do for you sexually, then she'll be able to control you, and then that'll give her some dominion over what goes on in your life. And so you have to, I think train is a word that maybe triggers women, but you need to teach her how to treat you as you continue to elevate and as you continue to evolve in your life.
Well, I agree with that part.
Yeah, that's why I said teachable.
Yeah.
You just
So
gotta be
don't tell them that was some good shit. Like after you finish, damn, that was good. Like don't say that. Just act like it was regular.
Yeah, straight face.
No. I actually am cool with the super complimentary, like, oh, I see you. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm talking about when you having sex after, like, damn, that was the best I've ever had.
Oh my God, no.
That's what Anton is saying. Don't say all of that. See, it was nice.
You're not gonna gas them up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool to.
They're gonna hear you go,
I don't know. I might disagree with the part about not getting in contact with your wife every day or your husband every day.
Yeah, that's
seeing them,
What do you
touching
mean?
them. For me, my husband is very not touchy feely, but he wants to know what I'm doing.
He's well endowed. Is he well endowed? No, seriously, I just want to know.
You don't have to answer that, Miss Blue. You don't have
Miss Blue.
Opt out, Miss Blue. Opt out.
Black and blue.
Opt out of that, Miss Blue.
Hold on, pause. Why do you want to know he's well endowed?
It's Pride Month.
You're happy.
It's Pride Month.
There's a lot of underlying.
On the line. See, I'm all man. I'm all man. I can talk like that because I'm just curious the way you compliment me.
All right. No. My husband
Happy
is
Pride.
He's
no answer. What do we get out of that?
I'll just say this. I've been with him since I was 16 years old. Been together for 23 years. So
did it grow?
Trust and believe. He's
Hey, Miss Blue, you don't have to
ignore him. We gotta go to the Superchats.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just saying we've been together for a long enough time, so stuff is.
You know what? Sometimes things, if you get a big 90-inch screen TV and you keep looking at it, it looks like it's regular after a while.
That's okay.
Getting bigger screens, they should be all over the damn house.
He's a mess.
You made me forget my whole point.
It's okay. We gonna go to the super chats, y'all, because that was a good little icebreaker. Mr. Lowkey -86 4L says, I find it interesting that women want to take away the very essence of what a man is. We're literally designed to be attracted to the opposite sex. A man not being loyal to his biology makes him gay. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. But the next topic is, do men want women to suffer nowadays? Let's watch this clip and talk about it.
Something I realized on this app is not only do men really want women to suffer, but they are also very jealous and hateful that women have the choice to not suffer after they make a mistake. When the conversation comes up where a woman is upset because she got pregnant by the wrong man and she doesn't know what to do and she made a mistake because he's a piece of he's showing his true colors and she's realizing that he's not going to be a good partner, a good dad, and it's going to be hell for her and she's basically going to suffer by having a child with this man. Here come the men in the comments like, oh well, but you chose, that's what you chose, now you have to live with it, now you have to suffer, you don't have a choice, ha ha ha, now you have to live with it. And it's like, hold up babe, she does have a choice. She can go get an abortion and then she can cancel this whole and move on with her life, go find her husband and not have to suffer with the consequences of that poor choice, right? There's many other options a woman can go through to not have to live with that, okay? Men do not have those options, but men will get on here and cry and complain that the woman that they had kids with is vindictive and conniving and bitter, and oh, she's keeping my kids from me, oh, she's making my life a living hell, oh my god, she's terrorizing me, oh, now I have to go to court, I have to spend all this money, but you chose her. That's your choice. Oh well, now you have to be stuck with the consequences, right? Because you chose her. Don't get on the internet crying, because when women do it, mind you, women are risking their lives to give birth and carry children. You're not risking shit. You're not carrying shit. You're not gonna die. You don't have to give birth. You don't have to be stuck. Like, get the fuck out of here. Don't come on the internet crying about your baby mama and the choice you made, because remember, you chose her. You chose her. Don't get on here crying, because that's the consequences to what you chose. Just like y'all love to tell women.
She said, you chose her. Now, are most men bitter and looking to punish women nowadays?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just an internet thing. I think it's just an internet thing, really. Because in real life, a man doesn't want to see a woman suffer at all. Like, I don't see the point in that. Now, if he's bitter, if he just hates women, then yeah. But a real honest man don't want to see a woman suffering at all.
Yeah, but if you were with a woman for a while and she breaks up with you, you naturally want her to suffer.
No, you don't.
You don't say, I wish the best for you and all that. I mean,
yeah,
if you love her,
but you don't.
If you loved her, the more you love her, the more you would want her to suffer.
No, not everybody is a demon.
No.
Because if you don't love her, then you wouldn't care if she suffered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
I think the girl in the video proved why men be in those women's comments, because the lack of regard for what men go through. So she was bragging on the fact that women are able to not be held accountable for the poor. She said it herself. She said poor choices that they made. She said that herself. So they know that they are getting themselves into situations that are bad situations, and they shouldn't even be in. They already know that. And they're bragging about how they don't have to be held accountable. And when men are complaining, they're doing the aha thing that they saying they don't want men to do. But then she's saying, but it just doesn't make sense. But she's proving the point why men complain and why men could feel bitter or might have some sort of resentment towards women. She's proving it in the video.
I think she articulated. I don't think she articulated herself well at all. But I think her point more so was that men have to possibly suffer the consequences of their choices, and they don't, just like women do. So on the internet, let's just use for an example, when a woman is complaining about the fact that she has a deadbeat baby father or something, most often men and women will point the finger at her and tell her it's her fault, and the man gets to escape responsibility, where we're putting all the responsibility on the woman. So basically she's saying that I think she's more so saying that a man has to face the consequences of the choices and the decisions that he's making. She just didn't she didn't frame it correctly.
No, she
said that.
Men always got
that. But I'm saying she was all over the place though. She said it, but I think that was her main point. Everything else was just her babbling.
I think her main point was to say that women should not be held accountable. To me, it just seemed as though when she made the comment about, oh yeah, we can have other choices, we can have an abortion. To me, it seems as though she wanted to say, look, I have other ways to do things. I don't have to listen to this man. I don't have to even care for a man.
Oh, she's right.
I have my other options.
She's right.
And no accountability when it comes down to some women with their poor decisions that they make. And when you make poor decisions like that, as far as being with a man that you know that might not be a father or whatever the case may be, we should not use an abortion as though it's a tool or some kind of contraceptive, as though it's something that can get you out of your bad situation that you put yourself in.
Yeah, but you chose her. That's what she's saying.
No, she chose. She
really
chose that man that she didn't want.
No, she said that men is in her comment saying, "Well, you chose that no good dude."
The internet.
There's no accountability. Yeah, she was not being accountable.
Yeah, but she flipped it at the end to say that
copy and paste
the same thing that men do. She said you chose. She said, and I hear dudes do that. They go, "Oh, my baby mother, she crazy." She was saying just what she was saying.
And women be writing those comments like you
talking bad
her.
about women.
And it's true. It's true that you chose him.
In real life, niggas is not walking around bitter to every girl on the street.
Don't show me how big your eye is. You chose him. Look what he did to my eye. It looked like a catcher's mitt. It looked like a big beige piece of cake on your face. Yo, look at what he did. What you want me to do? You chose him. It's a fact. It's a fact. That's why I agree with her the way she.
You cannot use domestic violence as a tool to try to justify whatever you're trying to say. That is just complete.
No, I said you chose him. You chose him. Don't show me your eye. Don't. Girls love to show you their eye. No, look what he did. He almost took my eye out my eye socket. You chose him, right?
No.
That's what I would tell him. That's what I would. Why
you cannot use domestic violence.
No, I'm asking a question. If don't women say, "Look in my eye"?
No, no.
Get away from him, County Child.
No.
You stop being with him, honey child. You know how dumb soap operas be. You need to get away from him. Look what he's doing to you. He put you in the hospital, girl.
No, that we should not use that as a tool to try to say that men are held accountable.
I'm not using
domestic violence is wrong. Period.
I'm talking about choices. She was used. I like the way she said you chose him. I like that. Because that's accountability.
Yeah, she could be that brutally honest with men, but if it's roles reversed, they don't want that accountability. They don't want that harshness. They don't want that truth.
Yeah.
They don't want you in their comments saying you chose him.
Yeah, nobody wants to. Yeah. But I like the way she flipped it. That's all, and it's true because I hear it.
Yeah, but
I gotta go to court.
I think men take more accountability. I think men do hold themselves accountable a lot more than women do. We always find a way to blame the guy. It could be something that has everything to do with us. Even when we're in an argument, we can be arguing with. I don't argue with men, so some women go and argue with a man, and they could be dead wrong and call their brother, and then. Here's another situation that she caused. She's not holding herself accountable.
That happens.
That she got a loud mouth and she's over there talking crazy to a man. She's ready to go call her brother, and here's another situation. So I think women do not hold themselves accountable in a way the men do hold themselves accountable. Men can acknowledge if they cheat, they can acknowledge, say, "Hey, I cheated." If a woman cheat, you would probably never find out that she cheated. She would never say that, but she's blaming him for being the bad man. He is no good. He's not giving me attention. He's not doing anything that he needs to do. But at the end of the day, she knows she's cheating. But she's holding him accountable.
You could probably tell him
confessing that
they
he
got a little bigger, like you can tell. It's not, it don't fit like a glove like it used to. This shit used to be like one of them vacuum cleaners that come out the wall that suction.
I have a question.
This is losing the suckle.
Do we make overstatements by saying that it's a woman that's doing it or a man, and it's just not a human thing? Is it really genuinely, this is just a woman thing? And are we speaking specifically about the Black community? Because we're not around majority of the world, how are we accounting for what we know most women are doing?
Well, we have statistically speaking,
those are not statistics. Though statistically, you said women cheat more than men. I look up statistics every day. That's not the truth.
I don't agree with that.
Men cheat more because men have testosterone. So that's
so hold on. How do you gauge that? How do you gauge that statistic? Are you testing everybody that cheated? You cannot.
No, you can't. That statistics don't test everybody.
That's a flawed statistic already. You can't put a percentage.
She does it for a living, Miss Blue.
Did y'all understand the question?
So my question is it a human thing? Because are we making overstatements by saying
what a human thing?
This is
Hold on, let her finish.
This is what women do, or this is what men do. Women are not accountable. Men are not accountable. Is it a human thing? Or is it generally we're going to sit here and say that these are things that women do?
Is not being accountable a human
thing? Society holds men accountable. Men don't have a choice but to be accountable.
You got men that do it, but it's more of a woman thing.
Well, hold on. Let's mind this out. I think that she introduces a great part of the conversation.
Great part. Yep.
And I don't want to discount what she's saying, right? But let's kind of mind it out, right? How do you accurately measure cheating between men and women?
I don't think you can.
You can't.
Depends on the person. You can't measure it. Because some people say
that cheating to the grave. And they say men get caught all the time, right? Men are the ones that
if you caught him once, that means he did it 5 more times that you did.
Oh, come on.
Well, let's think about it though. How do you measure whether people cheat or not? Because some people will use, how you file for divorce, right? Irreconcilable differences, cheating, all of that type of stuff, right? I would say it's very hard to measure it because some people, even what you consider cheating, some people can say, well, I'm in a long-term relationship, I'm not married, and he cheated, but there's no real way to measure that, no statistic to be able to justify whether he cheated or not, right? That's something that's not measurable. So I don't know how you can even use statistics in this conversation, while we having it.
And then on the other end, most men are out here saying that they got cheated on. That's right. It's really rare. It's not gonna happen.
I don't think it's measurable.
They don't want to put it out there.
Yeah.
But there is data though.
Well, explain it to me.
Where's
break it down.
Data come from?
Hold on, break it down to me.
There's data. She's right about that.
What kind of data? So let's say, for example, how do I pronounce your name? Can I just say Mia?
It's Mia.
Okay, let me just pronounce it Mia. So Mia, let's say, for example, me and you in a relationship and I cheat on you, but I never get caught. How do you measure that?
I'm not measuring it based off of, so you're trying to make it a personal experience. That's not how data works. Data doesn't work off of our relationship. It works off of multiple relationships. So
correct.
That's a mistake right there.
But if you're missing a data point, then how can you say that it's accurate?
Because I'm not the one making the data. I'm not the one collecting the data. Data is collected based off of, like you said, maybe divorces. What's the purpose of divorce? The paperwork on what maybe happens on the internet. There's different ways to collect data, but I can't collect data if me and you are in a relationship and you cheat. That's not data. That's one instance.
But it's one instance as an example. But I'm using that as an example to extrapolate it to say that the data can be skewed, or how do we measure it, right? Because a sample size can be inaccurate. Let's say, for example, let's use politics, for example, and they measure it and they go in a poll, 800 people, in order to try to evaluate whether or not somebody is going to win an election. And they say, well, this person has this percentage of a lead over a person based off of a survey of 800 people, but you can't necessarily extrapolate that. And that's why a lot of times, polling is wrong, and they measured it wrong, and different, whether it's the presidential election or a local election, they say, well, how do we get this so wrong? And it's because I think that they're using the wrong, you can't, we're not adding a context. I think that's the best way to put it. If you say using that as an example can't be used as an example, then that means that we have to throw the whole the whole statistic away because it's not an accurate statistic based off of the fact that it don't have enough context to speak to what we're talking about in this conversation.
No,
So I wasn't saying throw the whole statistic away. I was just saying that we have to distinguish. You said that the scenario you created was that we are in a relationship and you cheat and you never get caught. That's not how data works. We can't just collect data based off of us. Then we would have to use 10 different relationships. Now, if you want to encounter that, then cool. But then also, if you want to say that data is not correct and statistics aren't right, now we have to broaden it, because now you can never use data and never trust statistics.
But you can't in a conversation about relationships unless we're talking specifically about divorce. And that's my point, is because you have to throw it away, because you're saying that it can't, you saying that, well, that's not an accurate representation because that's not how data works. And I'm telling you that the data points that we're using in order to justify our arguments are completely wrong, because you can't ignore the fact that a lot of it goes unreported. If we say that everybody is not having sex, right? The first thing that I'm gonna ask is, where did you get this information from, and how do you justify it? Because it's not just to say, well, this is where we got it from. I also want to know how you gathered it. I want to know, where did you poll? Did you poll over in Connecticut, or did you poll over in Detroit, or did you go down to Miami? Did you go to all three of them? How many people did you have a conversation about? When we talk about STDs, it's skewed because it only measures the amount of people that actually got tested, and there's a lot of people that never got tested. And so I understand what you're saying in order to be able to justify an argument and win a debate. But when it comes to having a conversation in truth, it's very difficult to be able to just use that data point as a justification, because we all know that it's not accurate, because it's a lot of people that didn't go get tested. It's a lot of people that's running around and they got STDs, and they won't get tested because they don't want to actually be responsible for telling everybody else that they actually gave them an STD.
So if we don't use data, then it's just based on perspective, basically. Individually.
Well, it's a combination, right? We don't throw away the data completely, but we combine it with lived experiences. We combine it with, our own personal, our interpersonal relationships. We use a whole bunch of things to gather and have these conversations, and we use common sense also, right? So I don't think that you throw anything away, but I don't think that you just use that to justify it alone.
So then it's all, like he said, it's all going to boil down to just perspective, though, because like Drake said, we all live in the same apartment, but we got different views. We're all going to give different perspective, but is our perspective sometimes, going back to what I said, an overstatement? How can we honestly say that women are not accountable, and who are we accounting for? Are we accounting about the Black community specifically? Who are we?
I'll tell you why. And this is the best piece of data that I can use, is that I see women tell on themselves every day. If you volunteer the information and say, I'm a piece of shit, who am I not to believe you? The one thing that we know happens every single day is that women get on these devices and they get on TikTok and they get on Instagram and they tell on themselves.
And that's exactly what she did in that video. She said they don't have to be accountable.
And the one piece of data that we can depend on, that you can't skew, is how many women are having abortions. You can't discount, you can't skew that. You can't skew Planned Parenthood, right? You can't skew at the Democratic National Convention that they had a Planned Parenthood bus out there to offer abortions in Chicago.
Yeah, but don't they got data? Mia, don't they got data on abortions? How many people get abortions, or they don't?
Yeah, but I'm confused on what does abortions have to do with?
Because what she said was that women don't, in the video, she said that women don't necessarily have to be accountable for their actions, because they can go and get an abortion if they decide that they didn't get pregnant by the right guy.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Like I said, majority of what she was saying to me was just her babbling. Like you said, women get some people get a phone and they get a little platform, they get a phone in their face and they just babble.
But it's not just babble though.
What is
It's
it?
the truth. It's the truth. That's what's going on.
Her truth.
No, the truth.
The truth.
The thing I got from her was she was saying that was true. I don't know about the other stuff, but when she said people go in the DMs, because I do it. I do it to people. I say you chose it. You chose it. So when she was saying it, it hit home to me because I say that to people. You chose that. That sounds like
people are responsible for the choices and decisions. I guess I just question is she the spokesperson though for majority of women?
No, but they trying to be on.
Well, if you could,
no, she's not the spokesperson, but she's one of the many that goes online and talk a bunch of nonsense like this. But she's not the spokesperson.
She almost fell.
Cat jumped up on the fucking counter on Aaliyah.
She was having to take a dump. She was like,
it was my chair. Damn,
she almost fell.
I had that face after White Castle.
Damn, Mimi, you watching? You watching?
No, girl, I got your back, girl. I thought they thought a cat or something. So she ain't got no cat.
Oh no, I don't.
You got a cat.
She ain't got no cat.
You ain't got no cat.
Aaliyah, you ain't got no cat.
Cat. You ain't got me on Leah. You ain't got no cat.
No.
Shampoo. Okay. Anybody else before we go to the next?
What color is your cat?
Okay, let's go to the super chat. Saturday Night Beater said, y'all so scared of men, but y'all orbital bone broke. Saturday Night Beater says, you measure according to how they care for the spouse. HMVPP podcast says, what up, Anton and the Room 9 panel? Shout out to one of the best podcasts in the world. Also, take it easy on my woman. I love you, Mia. Last week, Anton, I'm a bag chaser, bro. When them hats dropping? Shout out to you. T.S. Washington Server says Nixon 6. Come to y'all in the chat.
They just won.
Hit the like button. Okay, we don't care. Okay, but is getting a divorce over your career a good thing? Okay, let's watch this clip and talk about it.
So I am super nervous to make and post this video, and I've struggled a lot with whether I should share this information. And I ultimately decided that because I think that most all social media is fake and paints a very inaccurate picture of many people's lives and situations, I don't want to be that for my followers, for my viewers. I share a lot about, obviously, my legal work and my law firm. I share a little bit about my personal life. For the most part, it's all positive and flowers and roses. But again, I've decided that I want to be real with you guys. I want to encourage you guys that if you are going through things, if you're a business owner, there's going to be bumps in the road. So I have decided to share a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. So I am 40 years old. I own my own law firm. Most of you probably already know that. And I am going through a divorce. Actually, let me be real and honest with you guys. I am going through my second divorce. I think it is really hard to try to create a life where you have it all. And I've clearly tried and failed twice to do that. So while I'm not going to go into details as far as the cause of the divorce or whose fault it is, obviously it's both of our faults. But I will just say that I think it's really hard to own and grow a super successful business and also have balance and happiness and peace in all of the other areas of your life. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think that you can't choose a few areas to really excel in and give your all, but to give 100% of you to every single area of your life and have it all be super successful and perfect all the time is not possible, at least not for me.
She talking that girl.
She hit home with the last statement. She said, "At least not for me."
Yeah.
So you agree with her in the last statement?
I'm saying she doesn't. She's not looking at herself. She's blaming it on trying to be successful and everything. I think that if you're going through a second divorce and only 40 years old, It's something you got to look in within yourself. It's something you do. It don't have nothing to do with your career. She's trying to blame other things for what's wrong with her inside, like her personally. Again, women don't like to be held accountable.
That career more important to her, obviously.
Yeah, she's simply
I
just
don't
making
think
a
it had
choice.
anything to do with that. I think it's her.
What do you think, Mimi? You look like you're about to disagree.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with it that it's necessarily her. I mean, we don't know necessarily the relationship, how it started. If she was a lawyer when they got married, and he was somebody who maybe didn't have the same level of, job as her. I don't know. I don't.
It would have
It may
helped
not
us
have
if
been.
she said why. Like she's
It may
not
not
going
have.
to
It
say
may
why.
not.
That's what we want to know.
May not be her. Is all I'm saying. It could be. I think it's hard for women who are successful to be successful in relationships. It takes a lot of work. That's just, and that's comes from
Say that
personal.
again. I didn't hear. What'd you say?
It's hard for successful women or women who are maybe the breadwinner to be successful in relationships.
Why?
I mean, I think maybe you can't, like she said, you can't be 100% everywhere. And when you're in a marriage,
If you're in a relationship and it takes a lot of work, and people, I hear that a lot. Oh, it takes work. If it takes that much work, then something is wrong.
I think she put so much energy in her career, and she put less energy in her marriage. So that's gonna deplete it. She put so much into her career that her marriage fell to pieces. Then want to say, oh, she got all this going on in her life. She just was never a wife. She just wanted to be a career.
But she played politician by saying, "Oh, it's his fault and my fault." It doesn't really. No, that matters. Whose fault was it? Why are you saying it's his and
Other
hers?
women not being accountable.
I think it's different types of wives. I think we got to broaden our horizon. As far as like the type of people, because I think that we're stuck in the 1950s in a way. And
I'm a career wife.
Yeah, but at the same time, you using yourself as an example. So let's use yourself as an example, right? So you're a career wife, meaning that you're a working woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's your priority? Is your priority at home, or is your priority with your career?
At home.
That's exactly my point. You still kind of move in a traditional type of mindset. And I think that nowadays, I don't think that there are any rules to what a marriage looks like, because everything is different. Women can work. Women are choosing for themselves. Women can have abortions. They can choose not to have kids at all. It's different types of relationships. And traditionally, we look at a relationship and we say, okay, two people get together. The man is the head of the household. They automatically live together. Most of the time, they're gonna have children, and hopefully, their marriage lasts. Right? That's not the playbook anymore. Right? Women making their own money. They choosing a career. Some people are choosing not to have children. Some women want to prioritize their career over it, and they want a relationship. They want companionship, but they may not necessarily even want to live with a man. They want to have their own spaces nowadays, right? And so I think that for this woman in particular, she might be in traditional relationships and trying to force it to work, but I don't think that that's the type of guy that she want to be. I'll give you an example. Perfect example. There's politicians that get married to each other and stay married to each other for the entirety of their relationship, but I guarantee you they don't even live together.
I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna have to push back on that a little bit, because I'm just gonna go in a little personal. I used to.
You love being personal, but
just
okay.
a little bit.
If that's what you want,
it's not gonna be that
that's
personal.
what you want to do. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I keep telling you don't have to go personal.
I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I used to work
I'll
for the
tiptoe
Department of
around it.
Defense. I used to work for the Department of Defense, so I had to travel. My career is a manager. I've been in management my whole career. So I had to travel a lot, and my husband told me that it wasn't working for him. He didn't like me going away, traveling, none of that. Guess what I had to do? I had to make a decision to leave that job because he did not like the fact that I was traveling a lot. So when I left the job, I found another one in management, but that's what I had to do for my family.
Did you love your job?
Of course. I used to go to all these different places. I used to go to plants. I went to somewhere in Wisconsin that no one would ever go before. I used to go to California. I used to go all over America.
But think about what you're saying, right? It sounds like you was in love with your career.
I wasn't. I liked the job, but I loved my husband more to say, look, I'm going to get rid of this.
No. Wait. Why do you keep including your husband into it? I ain't even include that. I was just talking purely about your career. I said it sounds like you loved your career.
I still got the same position in management, but I love that particular job because I was able to see the whole.
Look how you dote over it. Like you dote over it, and you wish that you could have kept that and kept your relationship at the same time.
So do you resent your husband for that?
But guess what? I had to choose what was best for my family.
Do you resent him for that? Like a little bit? You like when you get mad and you say, you know, I could be in California.
No, I don't ever. I did that for me. I did that because I choose to do that, not because he told me to do that. Hold
on. Now, Ms. Blue, you decided that you want to include this. You did that. You did that for him.
I did that for us.
No, you did it for him because you still are doting, and you said I didn't even ask you all of this description. He was like, "And I love traveling." Oh my God! You did it for him in order to save your relationship.
I did it for, and
it's okay. I'm gonna be transparent.
I'm gonna be transparent. It's a balance of the two because I love the job, but I love my husband more. So it's like I prefer that is a sacrifice you have to make in order for you to build a stronger family. Like if
but the reason,
but something that he didn't like, I'm gonna sit in something that he doesn't like.
The reason why you happy is because you found another job like that. If you didn't find another job like that, then you would resented him more.
No, I've always been in management though. I found it wasn't
the management part saying that you did it for him though.
Leaving part.
Right. The lady was saying that she didn't. I think Anton's point was she didn't want to sacrifice her career. You were willing to make that sacrifice. The woman in the video wasn't willing to make that sacrifice. Her career mattered more to her than her marriage did.
That's what I was saying. She's not really a wife because
that
wife.
No.
Yes,
that does not mean that
if they faced with that challenge, they got to make a solid
commitment. That means
one way or
that
the other.
person that she aligned with. I tell people all the time, you need to pick a person based off of where you're. Most of us do not have foresight. We cannot envision where we are going to be. And so we pick people based off of where we're at. We pick people based off of how we feel. I tell people on a regular basis, I've said this 1,000 times, usually say it to men because I'm a man, so I speak to guys mostly. And I say, you need to vet for a woman based off of where you going, not based off of where you at. And so it's not that she's not a wife. She's not a wife to that type of guy that is looking for a traditional woman to be in a household and to make the sacrifice and give up her career for what it is that he thinks makes the most sense for him, which is cool. And I don't think that's a problem.
Because there are men that are with it. There's men that are with that life.
We live in it. We live in this world where we think it's only one way to skin a cat. And I'm telling you that there are people out there that is cool with her having her career and he gonna do what he do. And baby, listen, we gonna connect on Thursday and Friday tonight, and we gonna stay together. And then I'm gonna go off and do my thing because I'm busy as fuck, and I want you to do your thing because you're busy as fuck. And it's a lot of guys that's not even looking for a woman to be up under them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because to say that it is would mean that we're a monolith. We're not a monolith. And we keep trying to force a square peg in a round hole instead of trying to understand, listen, what is it that makes them? If you had to, if he didn't force you to pick, would still be in that position and still be married at the same time?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's just honest.
And that's the reality. Cool. And some people are willing to make the sacrifice. The woman in the video was not willing to make the sacrifice. She was like, I put too much into what it is that I think is meaningful to me in my career. And this also makes me happy, and I'm not willing to give it up.
Then why would she settle? Like, obviously she's been through this twice. So it is her fault. So, but why should she? Why
absolutely. You can't absolve her responsibility at all.
I think she just needs to, like what Anton is.
Why did she settle for somebody like that?
It's not a settle. I think her priorities are a little messed up when she's probably picking men. So she's not picking them where they're on the same level or
she should
on
have
the
found
same
somebody
page
that was
with certain things. She probably picked him for money or how he looks or those type of things. But she probably wasn't really locked in. Especially if this is her second time.
Those are most regular couples. They both work and they still marry and they just live regular life. Like that shit ain't really nothing nowadays.
Well, I know if it was me, if I was posed with that same ultimatum, he'd have to go. I'm the breadwinner. I mean, I'm the one that makes the money. I built a very, successful business. I'm not letting that go just because you don't want me to do what I've been doing. So
most women, you don't see them say out loud, I regret the fact that you forced me to choose unless the relationship don't work. Right? Because if it don't work, but you did make this, you felt like you make the sacrifice, then you regret it and you say, well, I should have stayed where I was or I should have chose me.
Yeah.
That's when you start to get people being bitter and they start to feel some type of way if the relationship don't work. You're in a position where you obviously, it's working for you. So you're not going to have that sentiment. You're not going to express that and say that. Right. But I think that the thing that most women feel like is, why are you forcing me to choose? Like let me revise it, right? Make it a little bit more palatable. What women really want is for guys to ask them, what do you want? They want guys to be more open to hearing them and their thoughts instead of just saying, you got to do this if you want to still be with. They want guys to take them into consideration and to work with them. That's why they changing the words around and say, I want a partner instead of saying I want a husband.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Mia? Tell me I'm wrong.
I hear that a lot. My partner.
I think that in this.
What's the data on that?
I think in this modern society that you have a point about that, especially with women being in the workforce and things. As Mimi said, she would choose her career. Like me personally, I'm very, I don't know, question mark. Catch me in another 10 years on that because I'm not sure. I love letting out both because I like to have my own money. But I also am taken care of. So I have no clue. But I know in this modern society that it is easier to put the career before the relationship because the relationship can let you down. You have control over your career.
I feel like those discussions should be had up front. Like if you're dating somebody, like I feel like that's questions that need to be like if you're intentionally dating, like first 3 dates, what does the roles look like in the household for them and what does he want? Because if he wants a woman that's prioritizing family or kids over her job, then y'all should not even talk. I wouldn't want a man to convince a woman that got a business to leave her business if she doesn't want to automatically do that herself. Like, so
now, Q, if you on the 3rd date and you start talking all that heavy shit, right? And the guy looks at you, can see he don't want to talk about that.
Then he's not for me then.
Oh, come on.
No, because it's like men that are intentionally dating, I think they should ask those questions. The thing is that y'all hold on, because y'all so quick to have sex with these people, but you don't want to ask those hard questions. It's crazy.
Exactly.
So if you're really intentionally dating, like those questions, why would you want to waste your time on a broad that wants to prioritize her work and not prioritize a man? Because really, she's supposed to put God, man, and then kids. So where's her job in any of that order?
But Q, I'm not saying I don't want to talk about it No time, but not right now. I don't want to hear that right now.
Okay, so when is the perfect time to hear it? After we sleep together? Right. The 8th date?
I don't think that people. It don't matter what time or whatever. Nobody cares about what anybody is saying on any date, especially in the beginning, because the only thing they care about is if I like you and you like me. Are we feeling each other? Are we vibing? Are we having a good time? Yeah. And then most people try to figure it out as they go.
And see, that's the problem.
Most of the time, the people that you're out with and you on a date with, ain't nobody being honest about who they really are. Anyway, you putting your best foot forward because you're trying to impress the person. It's not even about being honest.
No, but some people are. Mimi just said she's not leaving her company. Like she's not leaving.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, let's say, for example, I always use myself. If I go on a date with Mimi and Mimi's not going to tell me, man, I'm not leaving my company for you. Because it's not a conversation that we going to broach, right? That's not something that's going to say.
I think it's hypothetical.
You know what Mimi going to say? Mimi going to say, yep, I do this for a living, so on and so forth. And these are the times, these are the hours that I work. I like my job or whatever, so on and so forth. And I'm going to say, yeah, this is what I do for a living, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to go out and we're going to have a good time. And we're not even going to broach the conversation of whether or not you leave. I mean, you may role play a little bit just to have a little, over some drinks. Having no serious conversation about whether or not Mimi will leave her job.
I mean, and that's the problem. People are just casual dating, casually having sex, and not having those questions up front.
Conversation.
If I'm sitting there and I'm having a conversation with a woman over dinner, over a second or third date, and she pressing me, I'm gone. I don't even give a fuck about what we talking about.
I don't think it's over dinner. Like, I feel like you need to get to know the person via phone.
Yeah, but I want to hear that right now. I told you.
Okay, so when is it? Tomorrow? Are you available to have that conversation?
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe the day, Shampoo. I'm really wasting your time and your money on a broad that don't want to prioritize you. So it's really helping you out. Why don't you ask me?
I'll get back to you tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
When y'all even get married.
Now, what you want? Cheesecake?
I'm gonna take half of your money once I divorce you, and then what? You wish you would have asked those questions up front.
I'm gonna be real.
They're gonna tell you about themselves.
Most people know
the first date is crazy. It don't have to be the first date.
I'm not even
most
talking
people
about
know what they get themselves into when they get into. I mean,
I'm talking about conversations prior.
If I like you, I'm fucking with you. And then we just gonna disappoint ourselves later because we like each other in the moment. That's just that's the reality. Like, people rock with each other and they like each other. They like each other. Most of the time, all right.
And that's why these women be using you men.
You want to go there? Okay, listen. Most of the time, guys decide that they want to marry a woman, not because they like her so much that they want to be with her. Nope. Not because they like her so much because they want to be with her forever, but because they like her enough to not want to lose her.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they're going to get cheated on.
No, we are. Listen, think about what I just said.
She's going to take half of your money because you didn't ask the right questions.
No, she not.
Y'all just be saying women be cheating the most.
It don't mean she don't get half my shit.
Hell no.
A lot of these men don't have half stuff to take.
You be at the bottom of the lake with a brick tied to your ankle.
You're not gonna get half of my. You're not gonna get half of my stuff. Like, that don't mean you're gonna get half of my stuff just because I like you a lot. That don't mean nothing.
That's you, but a lot of these men get used nowadays.
Half your body.
But my point is I don't think that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get involved with somebody and you start to like somebody, most of the time you're making a sacrifice. Everybody is going to make a sacrifice to be with each other. Even if y'all move in together, y'all going to be uncomfortable because I got to move my shit around. I got to get on, you know what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice for us to even live together. Everything is a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying that, listen, I am an advocate for revamping what the definition of marriage looks like and changing this whole narrative. I think that what we got going on right now does not work. And I think that we need to rethink what relationships are supposed to look like. And if we did, we would have more successful relationships instead of trying to force our way into something that does not work, has not worked, and will not work ever. It's not going to work the way that we're doing it.
I think people has been far removed from God that they lose the whole definition of what a marriage is supposed to look like. So they try to change it around and try to best benefit and how they want to live their life. If you have a great relationship with God, then you would find your answer.
I disagree.
Me too.
100%.
The
reason that I disagree,
yes,
because marriage is not singular to just people that believe in Christianity and God.
No, I didn't say Christianity. I said God.
Well, God is Christianity.
No, God is many different religions.
Oh, come on. You're going to play around with God's name like that? Don't play around with God like that.
As a believer myself, I think it's not singular to just people that are believers in God. As a matter of fact, I would make the case that there are some people that are more some cultures that are more successful at marriage that don't even believe the way that we believe in the West.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, because the dogma, they're all different. But at the end of the day, if you have if you understand God's will, then you would know what it entails in a union.
No,
because a marriage is a union.
What's God's will? What's God's will?
I'm sorry.
What's God's will? Let's explore it.
Oh Lord.
No, see, y'all don't want to have a conversation. Y'all want to say it, but y'all don't want to substantiate your argument.
You just want to sing the main tunes. You don't want to get into the song.
What's God's will?
Main hit.
To me, I believe God's will is for you to open up your mind and your spirit to understanding of your emotions, understanding of your self. Patterns as humans, we have all these different type of flaws like envy, jealousy. God's will is for us to identify that, to see that, have discernment within yourself, to really dive deep in yourself, to know what you can bring forth into the world and into whoever you're going to be with, whether it's a man or whether it's a family. I think that's God's will.
Yeah, but how could that be God's will if you got jealousy and envy, which we all have? God gave us that.
We also have good and bad. We also have cause, and we have attraction. We have femininity, masculinity. Everything is opposites. So
here's the thing. Okay, so what if, for example, because I tend to think that God's will varies depending on the person that you're talking to. My purpose is different from your purpose. Her purpose is different from his purpose. Some women don't have the ability to have kids, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Some men are called to be apostles. Others are called to be preachers. Others are called to move the chairs. Some people are called to make a difference and pouring into other people and add value when it comes to participation in the community. It's a lot of different roles. Some people are musicians. Some people are they're evangelists. It's a lot of different people that have different purposes. And so the will of a person, the foundation of who we are, is based off of the word of God. The will, God's will in your life, it varies from person to person. That's why I said, well, what is God's will? Because I think that different people have different purposes and different people serve differently.
Right. But yeah, I agree with you with that. But my pushback is that when it comes down to women, like in the video, caring about career, and she has two husbands, and she has all this time to worry about the material things, she's lacking she's not self-reflecting and really seeing that the issue is not her career and her wanting to have this great life. The issue is how she's going about living her life in conjunction with a man.
Mm-hmm. Well,
do you think you're pushing your worldview and the way you operate, the framework you operate within, off onto her? I think that's what Anton kind of means when he say we're not a monolith. So
I'm not pushing that off on her. What I'm saying is that she's coming to the internet with her with whatever she's talking about, what she believes.
You're answering
right?
it. Yep.
And I'm responding to that. Maybe she needs to look at it from a different perspective than what she's looking at it now, because you have 2 failed marriages. Yep. So instead of you looking at it in a point of view of, oh, I'm a career woman, I have all this stuff going on. When all that stuff leaves you, what else do you have?
Yeah, family is supposed to be our main foundation. I think a lot of people don't look at it that way.
Don't depend on them motherfuckers too much. Shit.
I don't think that family is
you're nuclear. You're nuclear.
I don't think that is at all. I think your purpose is your purpose. If we family is a form of protection, all right, it doesn't mean that that's your purpose. Everybody's purpose is not the same. And I'll give you an example. The very people that we look at in the Bible, some of the ones that were the Paul never got married, nor did he have a family. That's my favorite person in the Bible, Jesus himself.
He had a strong voice, though.
Paul wrote half the Bible.
The preacher.
What do you mean?
Paul was the force. He was the preacher.
But my point is that why didn't Paul get married? If the family is the purpose, then why wasn't that applicable to Paul?
Because he had a greater duty to accomplish.
My point is that his will, God's will for him was different than it may have been for Aaron, right? Or that it may have been for Moses, or that it may have been for Solomon, or that it may have been for David, or that it may have been for Job, right? All of these people's purposes were different, is what I'm saying. Or that it may have been for Daniel, or, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all of these different people that was in the Bible, they all had different purposes. Elijah, Elisha, all of these people were different. Mm-hmm. Aaron's purpose was to help Moses. Was to be the mouthpiece for Moses. A lot of people don't even know that.
Mm-hmm. You said Aaron was the mouthpiece for Moses?
100%.
But when it goes back to purpose, all right, I get everyone has their purpose, but like I said,
what's my purpose? What's
your purpose,
Shampoo? I don't know.
I don't got no damn purpose.
You don't have a purpose in life?
No, I don't know.
Aggravate the hell out of us.
Go get something to eat, and raise your kids. I'm a simple man.
So your purpose is you being a father, or you being a family man in your life. That's your purpose.
You know what the real truth is? When you die, they're gonna forget about you in a week.
That's not true.
They're gonna say, you know what, he would like us to go on. No, I don't. No, I wouldn't. Shit, I wish I could answer that when somebody come across my body and go, I think he would wish us to go on and be happy. No, I wouldn't.
I just think that different. I think that we need to rethink what a relationship looks like, what marriage looks like, and what being successfully married looks like.
If it's not working.
And we would have better results.
Whatever works for one person and the other, whatever works for you is what works for you. So what may work for one relationship is the man is being traditional. The man take care of the home. Where you have a different relationship where the woman takes care of it. It's like whatever works for that household is what works for them.
Mm-hmm. That's why you have to find somebody compatible.
Equally yoked.
Yeah, not all the way equally, but enough.
It's funny because we'll justify things based off of what makes sense for us at the time, right? So if we had this conversation last week, right, you'll see a bunch of people that sit there and say, well, 2 people have to work inside of the household in order for y'all to survive in this economy. Well, then that goes against the very thing that y'all said this week when it comes to traditional households, because I thought that women wasn't supposed to necessarily work.
We don't be that traditional.
Right?
I'm not that traditional. But
you see what you're saying, Ms. Blue? You're not that traditional, meaning that you modified it according to what makes sense to you, because according to you, you're a career woman.
Yeah, I'm a wife first, though.
But you love that career.
I'm a wife.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Blue. This is a general question. Yeah. It's no right or wrong answer. If your husband said, quit working today, and regardless of what our financial circumstance is, and maybe we got a downgrade, right? and maybe we need to change our lifestyle. We got to go down to one car, but I want you to be home 100% of the time, and I don't want you working at all. And because I'm the head of the household, I need you to go ahead and follow my lead. How would you go about dealing with that?
Did he get that message from God or something?
Why are you questioning me all of a sudden? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Did he get the message from God? Why are you not? Did you ask him, did he get that message from God when he told you to quit that other job?
Yeah, but if he just jump out the window and I'm gonna ask questions, but I'm gonna have to follow his lead.
You said we got to downgrade. You can't use.
Are you doing it with a glad heart?
No. I'm doing it hoping that he knows what he's putting ourselves into, and he's gonna get us out of it. Yes,
y'all been together since you was 16. What you talking about? You don't know nobody.
No, I am going to do it, but I'm going to try to make sure that I know that he knows what he's doing for his family.
What does that mean? I'm try to make sure. What does that mean?
I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to, just make sure that he knows what he's doing with the questions that I'm asking. I just want answers to me not thinking all the way crazy.
Not doing it.
You gonna say, nigga, you crazy?
I would do it, given the fact that
like
I trust that he knows what he's doing.
I should have married you.
No, but listen, he's telling you all ahead of time. We're gonna downgrade our lifestyle. We're gonna go down on one car.
Damn.
We're gonna live a more pedestrian lifestyle. You can't. And we're only gonna go based off of one income. But this is what I think makes the most sense, and this will bring us closer as one.
And you got to take one toilet tissue thing. You can't take two. You got to take one. Right with that one.
So what I'm asking is, are you rolling or no?
Smaller house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to roll with. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to roll and just trusting him.
Okay,
cool. You gotta live in the garage.
It's no wrong answer. I just want to know what your thoughts are.
I ain't going.
He knows that's not.
Are you going with a glad? Are you going with a glad, Miss Blue? Are you going with a glad heart?
I'm not.
Yeah, you might as well say that.
So how would you do it?
I'm going in with questions. I'm going in questionable, but I'm not going in malice heart. No.
Do you question God?
No.
So why would you question a person that you could see in your husband?
Man, God is. You're talking about a man compared to God, a physical human.
No, your husband. You love your husband more than you love God more than you love your husband.
I love God
more than your husband.
Of course.
Are you fucking crazy? That's crazy.
People don't believe in God. That's why.
I'll follow up this demon.
God comes first.
Yo,
my point is that
be some rough nights up in
my point is that now everything that traditionalism starts to come into question because it make you uncomfortable.
Yes, it will make me uncomfortable. I will have some pushback, but I have to trust in my husband that he's going to do the right thing for us.
So I have a question.
You believe her, Angela? You believe her? I don't believe her.
So how much trust do you have if you have to question him about
exactly?
It's because it's like when you're making such a big turnaround, it's just you just can't just jump out the window and just say, okay, let me do it I'm just like a follower.
That's trust though.
With that analogy, though, you literally can jump out the window. So.
I'll tell you one thing, Miss Blue. I got the answer to my question a long time ago. I'm
gonna answer Mia's question. So, for me, when it comes down to trust goes many different forms. Just because I'm questioning doesn't mean I don't trust him. It's me just questioning you till I can get an answer for myself. But I still trust you to do the right thing.
If you trust him, you wouldn't necessarily need to question him. Yeah. That's what trust is about.
Well, you have to question. You have to question someone if they're making such a drastic, change. You have to you can't just go in there blindly. I'm gonna follow you blindly.
But he, like in the scenario that Anton gave you, he answer. He gave you the whole scenario. He didn't just say quit your job. He said quit your job because X, Y, and Z. So he gave you an answer with all your questions answered, but you still got more questions, and it just seems like you're always gonna have more questions, and it'll never be.
No, but he said that Anton said that no, you got to downgrade. So
if you
can't work no
setting
more.
us up like that. Yeah, I'm gonna trust you that you want us to continue like that, but I'm gonna question you.
But why would you trust him and is on the decline? He's telling you, let's throw away everything. Like he's just literally telling you that.
Of course. All right. So he's telling me let's throw away everything. Why?
Why are you
asking we can
me?
be together as one.
Together as a family.
So we can be closer together as
more
one.
time with you.
All right. So
that's a good one. That's a good one.
So what about the children?
I know
we talking about
what about our kids? One income. So
I said that he explained to you that he's doing it because he feels like this would actually be keep y'all closer as one. Make y'all better at whatever it is that y'all got going on.
Okay, so what about our finances? How is that going to go?
I'm
going to ask you that question.
He said you're downsize. You're down.
Because it's one. So you're asking questions that were already answered for you.
It's one income, but why is it that you want to go down to one income? I get you want us to do all of this.
Y'all missing what she's saying right now. She's asking questions not because she doesn't know the answer, but because she don't want to do this.
I know. That's what she just said. I'm not doing it.
Listen, this ain't a I don't know what's going on conversation. I'm gonna keep on pestering because I'm not happy with the decision that's going on right now.
Yeah,
we'll be arguing, so we
might make that man's life miserable.
Miserable.
I'm gonna do it though.
But she said she gonna do it.
Gonna do it.
She's not doing that.
That's why I said it's like pulling teeth.
If y'all believe that she's going,
I don't believe it.
She's not doing
y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. If y'all think that she's gonna actually go with this, you're nuts. I don't believe this.
She knows it's not gonna happen. It's a hypothetical. So
but even if it did happen, she wouldn't do it though.
No.
I will.
She trying
She just told you what she gonna do. She gonna be asking why.
Thank you.
But why?
I appreciate her. She's trying to be honest. But she's doing her best, and I got to give her credit for participating. I told her she didn't have to include herself in this conversation. She decided to volunteer as tribute, but I don't believe that she's going happily, willingly, or even submissively. Even a little. I don't believe that at all. I don't think that she going into work tomorrow and saying, you know what, guys, it's my last day. I'm done. My husband said that I got to quit. I don't think that even a little bit.
Nope.
Not even a teeny bit.
And I ain't going either, Miss Lou.
She's gonna be like, I hate him.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going.
I ain't going.
Well, if we say we don't need toilet paper, we'll wipe with leaves.
I'm going. If I don't gotta work, I'm gonna do anything. One income. If I just gotta chill, and I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna have questions.
And you in love, see? You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
If he got in a car accident tonight and lost both his arms, would you still love him?
God forbid. Yes.
God forbid.
Of course.
I think I believe that. I believe she'll rock out with him on some loyalty type.
I don't know. People say that. People say, but no arms.
I believe that she'll rock out on some loyalty type shit on that type stuff. I don't believe that she will volunteer herself to be in poverty though.
You see how you putting it? The way you put it, I volunteer myself to be in poverty. No, I'm not volunteering myself to be in poverty. I'm volunteering. I am elective going with my husband's decision.
Downgrade.
Placing us in poverty. I'm going with that.
You gotta put the responsibility on your husband. You gotta make sure you.
Then she gonna be DMing me, Anton. If you have a conversation with my husband, talk some sense into him.
Yeah, she's gonna say something.
Can we set up a coaching call? All of that other type of stuff. I've seen this before. I ain't crazy.
You're gonna ask somebody because you know it's crazy.
This ain't asking. She gonna say, Anton, can you convince my husband to look at this differently because A, B, C, and D? Can you talk some sense into him? I don't know what's wrong with him. He must be going through something. He probably, you know what I'm saying? It's all of that. It's gonna be all of that.
Well, don't you have to go down different avenues before you make that decision? Don't you have to try to be like,
no, your husband said you got to go. You go. And you better go happy.
And you better not ask Anton.
That's the traditional wife. A traditional wife will go.
I'm telling you,
and all of that.
The normal thing that I see on a regular basis is women say, "Can you talk to my husband? Can you have a conversation with him?" It is not abnormal. It happens all the time.
And that had nothing to do with love, right? They
love. Anton, I'm not happy with what's about to happen. I'm emergency call, please. DM me you 17 times. And
it's Miss Blue. It's Miss Blue. Pick up.
Hey,
hey, who's this? Miss Blue.
And so, I don't believe it. I seen it happen. I seen it happen too many times. I see too many unhappy, dusty women sitting on the ground, niggas that's preaching on the street corner, and they like, I ain't. Do you know what women say? Let me tell you what they say. I didn't sign up for this.
That's a good one.
They regularly say, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I signed up for when I decided that I wanted to
throw it out the way. You ready to quit. You ready to quit.
Hell yeah.
Like the
I ain't going to
see, that's superficial, Mimi. See?
Throw in the towel.
See? She ain't staying with you if you ain't got no arms. Not Mimi.
Yes, I am.
No, not you. Not you,
He said no arms.
Nope.
They say I didn't sign up for this. They say I didn't sign up for this. And it happens every
I didn't sign up for this. That sounds like something I would say. I didn't sign up for
when
this.
situations get to a point where you just don't agree with, you ready to throw in the towel.
No, that's not what it is. If a woman, it's not about what you know. A woman can agree with a guy, but still follow him if they believe in him. If a woman loses confidence in her man's ability to make a decision, that's when she'll start to sabotage or question whether or not she still should be in a relationship. If a woman loses belief in a man, a woman could even go through it with a guy. And let's say that he loses job or you get laid off or y'all go through a little bit of a lull or y'all suffer or you go lose some stuff. If she believed that, listen, but he's still him and he's still going to get us back to where we need to be. If she got confidence in him, she fucking with him. She roll with him. She'll roll with him to the end of the earth because she really believes that he's going to do the thing that he said that he's going to do. If a guy just say, yo, we about to go into poverty and I think we should just live with it, she gonna start to lose confidence in the nigga because he don't have a vision. If he can't explain to her why we doing this, it doesn't make sense. It has to make sense in their mind. They got to be able to compartmentalize it, break it down, and say, okay.
Look, you gotta, Anton. See, that's how
I'm still going to go though. I said I'm going to ask questions. I said I'm going to.
A woman will suffer with a man with a glad heart. They will suffer with you with a glad heart. If they truly rock with you, you know what? I'm fucking with him. We gonna go through this together. That's my man, whatever. And we gonna make it make sense. But we gonna come out of this bitch. We got a vision. I believe in this nigga. If you just dusty for the sake of being dusty,
come on.
They gonna be like, they'll ride with you for a second because they ain't got shit else to do. But don't think that they not looking. It's just like a job, right? A woman can be disappointed in her job and she'll go to work on applying at other jobs.
That's fact.
Looking to get another job.
I've seen it, yeah.
So
you've done it before.
No different in the relationships. It's no different in relationships. They there, but because what other alternative until I find another opportunity to get the fuck up out of here? Most divorces are over money and irreconcilable differences. You know what that means? I mean, we don't agree no more. I don't believe in you, nigga.
Well,
fuck is you doing?
I ain't sleeping on garage.
Money. Think about that. Money and irreconcilable differences. Not cheating. Not he leveled up. It's because, nigga, you fucking up the bread, or I don't believe in you no more. I don't believe in what this is.
Lost confidence.
I can't see it. I can't see through the bullshit no more.
Yeah. But then that means that he was already messing up and she wasn't paying no attention. She was missing all the red flags because she wanted to go to Six Flags.
Well, you can mess, but here's the thing though, Mia. You can mess up, but if you still him and you still got a vision, it's like, well, you know what? There's a little lull. I can deal with this shit. You can mess up, but still as long as you're winning, because we don't think a husband
with a vision get more grace.
Well, we still on the championship team right now. You know what I'm saying?
But
if you fucking up and you in the lottery, come on, big dog.
Yeah, but Miss Blue don't think her husband's him.
What? What are you talking about?
Not over. You said
I
God
said I will
was
go
him.
with him. I said I'm gonna go with him.
Miss Blue,
You don't think he's him.
I
You
don't
don't think
believe
he's him.
you. You
She ain't
sat
going.
here and went through it, and I
And
just
you said
stopped
why?
believing you
Why?
more and more. As you kept going, I just kept not believing you.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
going
it's
with
a
him. Trust
hypothetical.
me. Look, I
Trust me.
am going
How
to
I'm
make
supposed to trust you?
No,
How?
no. I'm just saying.
Because she's
Like I said
saying it.
from
She's
the
saying,
beginning,
trust me.
I'm going to go with him and trust that he will make the right decision. But at the end of the day, you're not going to just blindly lead me into something. We're gonna have to execute
that's
some
your
other way than
saying.
just your way. It's just all right. I'm gonna go your way, but then we're gonna have to somehow get on an agreement how we can circumvent to get back on track. Because we're not going to continue to live in poverty. That's not something that I would want.
That's where you just speak life differently. But I'm saying though, if he said we got a downgrade and he's giving, you said that I'm going to keep asking questions. You're going to basically.
I know, because you don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
No, I don't. I don't want to do it. But I'm still
respect. You should have enough respect for yourself and him to say, I don't want to do that.
But y'all missing it. She didn't even want to quit the job.
That's why I forgot about that.
She don't want to downgrade.
She still be thinking about that job. Like
she said, I was going around the world and I gave that shit up. Now you want me to live in the garage? Fuck you.
And listen, Miss Blue, I appreciate you for being a good sport in this conversation because it is entertaining and it's all fun. And I do believe that you really, really love the guy that you with, obviously. But I mean, when we talking about the nature of who we are as people, again, I'm an advocate for rethinking, and I think that we need new innovative ideas and conversations behind relationships and marriage, because what we got going on, look, everybody keep on wanting to do the same thing, but divorces is higher, less people are getting married, and more people are skeptical as they get older about what it is that they're getting themselves into when it comes to people. And it's so many good people. It's some genuinely good people out here that they trust is broken. They don't believe in people at all because they didn't see too much and it's too messed up, and too many people they have ulterior motives and it just don't work no more. And I don't think that we give space for people to be honest about where they stand and where they going so that we can actually pair people more effectively and not just be doing it superficially based off of the same standards that we've been doing. It don't work. It's a broken system. And until we figure out and start to have different conversations, I think it's going to continue to get worse.
Yeah. But no one wants to get married anymore.
If you make something and it don't come out right, you got to change the recipe. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
If I gave you, for example,
If it's not working.
Boy, are you married?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been married?
Be 10 years this September.
I can tell by that. Yeah. He said, yeah. I can tell.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say, hypothetically, God forbid, that you got divorced today. Would you be looking to get remarried?
No.
Damn, is that bad?
That's my point. No, I don't think it's because it's bad. I just think that because
I could duplicate it.
Okay, got you. I got you. I get
right.
that. I get that point. You feel like yeah, I got you.
If the institution of it was so awesome, then people would be looking forward to it, not looking at it as something that they feel like they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do.
So
I think times are so different today that we do have to look at it a little bit different.
Yeah.
But if it's working for you, you don't have to look for it. You don't have to look
Well, not
different.
me. I'm just saying for the people, you know.
But that's not working.
In general, yeah.
Because it's not working for a lot of people.
It's not working.
So then, if we all know
we see the rants every day, new rants every day.
But some men will say, "Thank God it's not working." That's how they getting the side chicks from other niggas' marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy this shit working. That's why I'm in your car, nigga, because this shit ain't working.
It's not working.
And I want people to be really successful at it, but I just think that we got this mindset that keeps us stuck in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's not working for a lot of people. So
that's a fact. It's not working for a lot of people.
Yeah. But
I have to talk about this because how I was raised was my mom taught me how, different attributes of being a woman and a wife. So it's like stuck in the 80s and 90s, but we have these traditions that pass on within your family. So how can you now go against that and say
how do you go against traditions that's passed on in your family?
Yeah, and you have to reinvent things because of the society is different.
You saying the 80s, 90s were good, like
No, I don't have a traditional marriage. I work. My husband works. We are, normal. But I'm just saying.
So you changed the tradition. You already changed the traditions, right?
In some aspects.
So you modified it to fit what makes sense for you, right?
What if your family is always like nobody married and all that? Like,
I think it's cool to honor tradition and to acknowledge it, but that don't mean that you don't
change it up a little bit.
I like classic
cars.
Modify it, but I like working on cars, but I also like the modern ones too. Like it's ways for me to get to where I want to go faster, but it don't mean that I don't still like to acknowledge and work on old cars.
The board is different, so it's like you can't really make the same moves.
Right, but isn't there a baseline?
The baseline is what I say. That's the baseline.
That's not even like consensus. We can't even come to consensus of a baseline.
What's the baseline, Ms. Blue?
I think Q touched on it before. I don't want to keep talking about God, but it's God, husband.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
Children. That's the baseline.
You won with that.
I'll give you an example, Ms. Blue. What if you get two people together and neither one of them want children?
Well, that's fine.
What I'm saying is, does the dynamics of what that relationship is change because they don't have the same expectations as a couple that want to have children together?
It shouldn't be, because their connection or their union are within each other. Because they don't have children doesn't mean that it's different from the couple that has children. They still have a union.
It's 100% different.
Because
they don't have the same lifestyle. I don't need a babysitter. I don't need a stay-at-home mother. I don't need to consider whether or not she should quit her job or not in order to be a stay-at-home. Like, we don't have to even have that conversation. We don't even have to buy a house if we don't want to, based off of a growing family. We don't have to live in a certain neighborhood that we need to take into consideration the schools. We don't have to budget for the same things, right? We don't have to feed 4 and 5 people inside of the household. We got a whole nother lifestyle. Why wouldn't you consider something different?
Going out to dinner ain't that bad if it's just you and your wife.
100%.
The lifestyle is different, but I'm just saying the union is, I want to be with my husband. I don't want to have children. We are together in this family, living this life the way we want. The other family say, yes, I want to have children, but they're still together. They're still a family. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you don't have a family. You can still have a family with your husband.
The kids change everything.
Lifestyle, though,
it does, but it's still
for the better and the worse.
I would even make the argument that marriage is more for kids than it is for people, than it is for the couple that's getting together.
Who said that?
They reached the biggest.
Didn't you recognize his voice?
of a good
I just said it. Marriage is more for children than it is for the people. Huh?
I think the kids reap the biggest benefits of a good marriage.
Damn right, because you're gonna be dead and they're gonna get that money.
They get it their whole life.
The point of life is to procreate. So it's like what of course, kids, we have to build futures for our generations coming up. So of course marriage is for kids, but it's also for togetherness. That's what I see. If you guys just want to have kids all willy-nilly and don't be together with your partner, then that's fine. That's why we're in the predicament we're in today, where people don't want to get married.
But that's what they're saying, though. That's what they're saying, though. Kids benefit the most from marriages. Like your point that you're making right now, that's the point. Like children benefit the most. Marriage is for kids.
Because what is the point of life?
Right.
What's the point of life?
Agree with them.
Life is to procreate. Right?
Yeah, but I can't.
You crazy?
That's the point. It's written.
My life is better
that is
than
the point
ever.
of
Since
life.
my daughter just graduated, my life is better than ever.
Hell yeah, I ain't got no kids and life is
Bro,
great.
do you know the shit I got lined up now that I ain't got to worry about? Man.
The point of life is to procreate.
So I should just go ahead and just off myself because I have no points to the rest of my life because I don't have kids at 44, and I'm not having none.
No.
You have your child. We're talking about marriage and union. If you decide to be in a marriage because you and your husband decide not to have children, it's still a union.
Yeah.
That's
what she's saying.
The benefits of marriage comes within for the children. I said it's not only for the children, because if I have a man that we don't want to have children, we still married. We still building a family together. We still live.
We know it's not only for the kids, but the kids benefit the most.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't get my and I'm not trying to be funny. I can't get my head wrapped around the fact that all the shit I'm doing for you, Miss Blue, I'm talking as your husband, all the shit I'm doing for you with the kids and, I bought the Nick hat for you and all that stuff, and we going out to Longhorn Steakhouse, everything. You gonna put somebody before me that you never seen before?
It's God.
That's an insult.
Oh my gosh.
You ever look at your husband's face when you tell him? Look at his face when you tell him that.
We're not gonna get down this God road again. We're gonna go to Superchats.
Please don't, because that's an insult.
Oh, T.S. Car Wash. Detail Services panel thoughts on Russell Wilson retirement. He needed to. Saturday Night's Beater said nothing great gets done without sacrifice. Nothing. Secondary backup burner account says find someone on her level. She runs a law firm. Men on her level aren't usually with another alpha. Saturday Night Beater says you're not gonna go to hell for getting married or not. Only just commentary. Knicks equals 12 in a row postseason as of tonight. Should we call it early? No.
Don't get too excited, everybody. Keep it.
Exactly. Morpheus AZ is God taking a bullet for you if someone breaks into the house, Miss Blue? Fellas, don't get married to these vipers.
Got some good juju.
Saturday Night Beater says she would trust if that's the only man she ever had. Darshan 8720 said, Miss Blue, would you follow your husband lead with no issue if he said y'all gonna live like Amish people for a little bit? Also, how are you doing a Spartan, Anton? And you're funny dude, Mr. Shampoo. Happy everyone is well. Miss KP says Miss Blue and not Miss Blue. Says a lot.
My maiden name is Mrs. Blue. I didn't want to is Miss Blue. I didn't want to put my married name because it's Hispanic and it's long. So thank you.
Okay. My bad. Mr. Loki 86-4L says 20-something years of marriage and he still hasn't earned enough credit to be trusted. This is wild. Striking It Rich says Anton be asking questions that make a woman question her marriage. These probing questions reveal the truth behind the veneer of what women say. Nasty Stew 6942 says let's go.
Next.
Whatever.
What is that, Q? Wait,
I can't read. Telgi says Mimi still need that 20 trying to buy some fish. Ekene says you need kids to make a marriage a family.
Mimi got fish.
No, you don't.
Is that true? You need kids to make a marriage a family?
No, you don't.
Okay. And shout out to y'all here tuning in this Wednesday night.
Kind of do, man.
Hit the like button. Oh, Cameron. See?
Married to each other. That's a marriage.
Yeah.
Really like
people have different opinions.
Or it's just a marriage.
Yeah. People's marriages look different. But let's talk about Cameron when he says it's bad time to get in a relationship. Let's watch this clip and talk about it.
If you got a girlfriend, don't be embarrassed out here. This is probably one of the worst times to have a girlfriend. You will be embarrassed, my nigga. Me and PT was talking, and we was like, damn, that's that nigga girl now, huh? And and he claiming her. I don't know if the nigga know who she is or what she's done with everybody else, but yo, you gotta be careful, man, because you know, some of us, and I pick and choose to be totally honest with you, depends on what friend it is. I know some niggas that be fucking with hoes and like them, and you be like, you can't really tell this nigga nothing because he'll get mad at you for telling him.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll get mad at you for being like, now you know she was fucking with so-and-so, and we're like, how you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You always like that. You a hater.
Yeah. How you know? Nigga, what you think? I just made this shit up, nigga? Nah. Or nah, I talked to her, then 3 days later, I talked to her about it. It wasn't.
Yeah, I told her what you said and all that.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. it wasn't like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, all right, I'm not telling you. Then you got some niggas, you could tell them like, yo, you know, shorty a hoe. And you be like, oh, she a hoe? Word? And then they'll make the choice. Either, see, like me, right? I'll give you me, for example, right? I'm very selective on who I say is my girlfriend or something like that. Now, I might fuck a bitch. Nigga might come to me like, Kelly, you know she fucks so-and-so. I'll be like, all right, cool. I don't give a fuck because it ain't my girl. I'm just hitting it, whatever. But if I'm taking that into consideration, then I want to know that information. Like, oh, that's what's up. You know, it's girls that come to me, right? And they're probably going to see this show because I'm still cool with some females, right? And they'll say, Cam, you been leading me on. I don't want to use the word lead me on. Like, yo, why we don't fuck around for real? Like, yo, we could be together. Like, and I'm like, yo, just have fun. Be together. Why wouldn't we be together? We getting older. Because you gave Sugar a hand job 8 years ago. I ain't forget about it.
What?
No.
What? Okay, so is he right? It's a horrible time to get into a relationship now.
I don't.
Yeah,
What is now? What makes now any different than 5,
maybe
10
the
years
dating
ago? If that's
scene?
the case,
maybe the dating scene, maybe people's intentions, women's intentions, men's intentions. You know.
Majority of people got a negative outlook, like Shampoo was saying earlier. Like all you see is negativity. You hear it all day.
Yeah. So when I come home, it's
rolling your eyes.
Positivity. When I come in my house, it's positivity. It's negativity too, but mostly it's positive,
right? It's
but it's some negative in that motherfucker too.
You the negativity, ain't you?
Yeah,
No.
everybody's negative, like you guys are saying, and they put themselves in situations where they're either self-sabotage it because they feel like the other person, they don't really trust the person. They don't have trust for that person, so they're not trying to, put all their eggs in one basket. Everybody wanting, still have their options open and don't necessarily want to be tied to one person. So
because they don't trust.
I agree with Cameron.
The leash is super short too. Like people like anything it can leave a relationship or step out. Now you got
everybody's picky. Everybody's standards. Nobody's
and then
really.
All these shows, when we had these conversations, nobody ain't really looking for understanding. It's just a bunch of like.
When he said
no growth in the situations.
I agree.
But when Cameron said, I'm having sex, I'm fucking this girl.
Exactly.
And all the guys saying, "Oh, he said, I don't care. I wouldn't want to."
Why would you have sex
with her? Yeah,
again, that's guys, man. Like guys,
somebody tell me all that shit.
If he know he ain't gonna take her seriously, he don't really care.
Yeah, but I don't just want to have sex when I want to do other things.
And then if he having unprotected sex with her, now
I don't know what goes under the category of other things, but
other things is eat clams. You like to eat, You like to eat it.
I mean, well, he might not want to eat clams with her. I don't know. Maybe he will.
Yeah.
Some dudes don't even care about that. Like as long as they know that they ain't taking you seriously.
You ain't no real man if you don't want to eat it.
Bad.
The back, the front, the top, the bottom.
All right. Thank you, shampoo.
See what I'm saying? Everybody know that though.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, thank you.
Y'all friends don't be saying, or you don't see on social media where like, you know what, it's pointless getting in relationships. Like I've seen clips where men said that they give up because it's like women out there using the men.
So what are people doing as alternatives then? I'm confused because if nobody wants to be in relationships, everybody's just what?
Just fucking.
No,
they're in relationships without saying they are. They just
people want to be in relationships. It's the fact that they're unable to obtain them and maintain them. That's the problem. That's why we're hearing the complaints.
Maintaining
is cool in the space right now to say, and both sides is just stuck on saying them. Like, ain't nobody really trying to meet in the middle. Like, well, I'm just standing on this side.
You can't trust it.
So, do y'all think the internet is, and the more we modernize, the more we decline?
I think I
agree.
It got its pluses and its minuses. It's like it's who you watch, who you listen to. Like you getting bad stuff going into your psyche.
Yeah, but if you're a girl, we all got phones. If you're a girl married or whatever, and you looking at men that you like to look at, you know what I'm saying, and then you look at your husband and he don't, you know what I'm saying, you start getting mad. You will psychologically. You'll say, "Damn, this nigga ain't like these." Seriously. That's how social media messes things up. Man. Social media has a lot to do with relationships, I think.
I agree. Social media
plays a part. I ain't gonna say it don't play.
It gives a false impression. You know, you look up I don't know what kind you use, but Pornhub and things like that. Those girls.
Why are you using that?
I'm telling you.
You using that too?
Social media
you use that too? Yeah.
Not that
I mean, come on. Who doesn't? I know more than down.
No.
the phone be stuck to his hand. He gotta feel it off.
Nobody is everybody is scared. Like I think that the worst thing that a man can do is get so emotionally connected to a woman to where he unslot her and he upgrades her from what he already know that she is. Cam is 100% right. And the guys that do it a lot of times, I think that they live to regret it. But the where the game got messed up is that guys start getting emotionally connected to women that they wasn't supposed to be connected to in the first place. So let's say, like, we've always known that guys have been able to separate themselves from women because historically they weren't supposed to be emotionally connected to the jump off. It was like, oh, okay, she just for the moment. I didn't know what the fuck I had going on, whatever. And then I moved on. I'm not tripping off of her. The minute that he started making her his girl, in a sense, that's when the game kind of got fucked up. So now guys that try to ignore, okay, she got a history or whatever, and they try to make her, or they trying to justify in their mind, because unfortunately, women that have kind of been around a block a little bit are the most fun. You know what I'm saying? They the most. They the ones that's the coolest to hang out with. They the ones that get it. They the ones that, you know, do the craziest shit in the bedroom and all of that
That's
stuff. Right?
not true.
You can lower your inhibitions.
You don't know. You ain't never been with another woman. You don't know. You don't understand.
I
Maybe
hear
he
men
has.
say that. I
Maybe
hear
he
men
has.
say that the hoes are the most fun and they know how to treat a man the best.
So
like the men in my family or my male friends, they say hoes treat men the best. They're the most fun, the most understanding. They make the best girlfriends. So
for a lot of guys, not for all, but for a lot of guys, they stuck between a rock and a hard place. This is like, yo, I really like her, but I'm not supposed to be liking her the way I'm liking her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but the worst thing that in his mind that he could do, especially if she local, is to upgrade her and make her more than what she is, you know.
That's the worst thing they want to do.
Because he like her, but he don't want to upgrade her. And that's when you start, that's what Cam says, that's when you start to get guys that start to question it. So he trying to justify it. Oh man, it wasn't really like that. Like, she told me what really happened.
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah. And so it turns into something different. And so I think that people are just scared because nobody knows what they're getting themselves into, but they like the person, but they don't want to regret that they got themselves into that situation in the first place.
Hey, did you hear about this
whole place to be in, bro?
And Jalen Hurts situation?
Huh?
You hear about this whole AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts situation?
No, what happened?
So allegedly AJ Brown was smashing some massage chick, and one of the teammates started smashing her too. Jalen Hurts knew about it, didn't tell him. That's what this whole thing is over, why they fell out. Could be wrong.
We see women a lot of times, and I hate to say it, but as they evolve, they become more fun bops, right? And so, like think about it, right? We see the Deliciouses, we see the chick that Jalen Green just got with, you know what I'm saying? We see Omarion's baby mama. You know, it's a lot of these different chicks that going, and you wonder to yourself, what the fuck is up with these niggas? These chicks is turning these niggas out. You know what I'm saying? And they a fun time. They good for cool to hang out with. They don't ask no fucking questions. They not bothersome. You know what I'm saying? And so then it's like, oh man, you start to really like this chick.
Another massage chick.
But the key word is like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Like, I like her. I like her.
You'll be surprised at how many guys falling in love with chicks that they fighting. You know, they fighting not to fall in love with a chick that they're not supposed to be with. You'll be surprised how many guys come to me and say, I mean, but she got kids, but I'm saying, dog, like,
she good. Yeah.
She
20 pounds a day, that shit wet.
You listen, I'm telling you, baby mamas are a hoot.
They do.
They are chicks that
are they desperate?
Kids with you know what I'm saying? They are so fun to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But nigga, do that shit if you want to.
Yeah, it's wild, man. A lot of my niggas, they complain about the women every day, but they get plenty of cheeks, but they say they can't find a girl to be their girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Are they looking for a girl? Or they looking
No,
for
she's doing all them shit.
In all reality, if you having sex with them, yeah, but if you having sex with them, aren't they kind of like your girl? Like, damn.
Yeah, they are. To the extent, because the reason that they are shampoo is because it's not like they not spending an extended amount of time. They talk to them on the phone.
That's what I'm saying. So why they
hanging out together?
They probably do.
Because I never could understand that, because guys get a lot of girls, but a lot of ass, but they can't find a girl. That's the girl that's giving you the ass.
They say they ain't them. They ain't the ones.
Think about it. You got these stars and these guys that I can't even say shit. I got, because I'm trying to have these conversations without like talking. I got neighbors. Literally, some of my neighbors are fucking the most, it's like high paid athletes and shit. They be with Bobs and they be loving them. Like, real talk, I ain't gonna say the leagues or none of that shit.
Yeah,
but
you ain't gotta get into all that. But
but they be with Bobs, and it's like,
we love too.
Yo, Anton, because they be giggling. They impressed
because they don't have to put in any effort. They don't have to put in any effort.
They be efforting. Like they spending time and they be having a good time or whatever. And it's like,
because if you
the more they like her, the more they want to spend time with her too.
So then make her your girl, make the hoe your girlfriend then, and then stop. I don't want to hear nobody complaining.
Why would he do that? That's where he's stuck. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, because he know, just like Cam said, she gave Terry a hand job.
Yeah.
I can't forget Terry.
But
everybody
you can forget
picky.
Terry enough to have sex with her. I'm confused.
That's it.
And floss her around and go out of town with her. That makes no sense. So y'all got the story, but not the title.
He only thinks about him whenever he thinks about how much he really likes her.
Because I can't make you official.
But if it's on my,
if I make you official, then I'm the sucker.
Yeah, if it's on my,
there's a lot of suckers out here.
If I make you official, I'm a sucker. Okay, all right. So let's.
What I'm gonna do every time.
Let's use a real example. In order to make these conversations real, we got to use a real example. Let's say Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I talk most shit than anybody. I talk big shit all the time, nigga. I'm the richest. I got all the money. I got the perfect life. All of this shit, right? Now, let's say hypothetically, I was to get divorced, right? Cool. That would be a fallout in itself. Oh my God, this nigga Anton, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That'll go away. Eventually it'll go away. And then it's like, okay, so this nigga on the market. So now you got all of these chicks shooting they shot there in my DMs or whatever. Now let's say I get with a Bob. That's 10 times, nigga. If I get with a Bob and I make her official, like official, I mean a Bob. Right now, let's say I like her. Oh man, she a good time. Oh man, I can't pull up with a Bob though. I can't officially pull up and say, "Oh my God, this is my girl." I'm hugged up.
But can't your presence?
What if I get with a Bob that got 3 different baby daddies and I marry her? Nigga, that's it.
That's the L. They're gonna put you on
baby daddies.
So you admit that you fall in love with Bobs?
But it's a hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically.
We go like Amber Rose. Like she is an exact example of that. Amber Rose.
They telling you
it happens all the time. They wife bops all the time.
See, look at them. They already saying we gonna clown you, AD. I can't pull up to my homies and say, "Listen, man, this is my girl." They're gonna be like, "That was Wiz's girl, and that was
Kanye's girl."
All of these girls.
Optics matter to people. People care about how things make them look. So you can't have your girl being a hoe. And everybody, well, if everybody knows, you can't have your girl being a hoe. If people don't know,
if they don't know, then
if they don't know,
she ain't know.
Might be
yeah, because you having sex with her, so you don't mind.
Not going for that.
That's the way you.
No, but see, here's the thing. I could be with her, or I could hang with her.
I have sex with her,
but I can't be official with her. You know
that's what Aaliyah said.
Okay, so if you been with
That's
her,
what I said. If it's at
are
your
you
leisure,
spending a lot of time with her, having unprotected sex? So then, if you doing all of that, then what's missing? The title?
Well, I got a vasectomy. So I'm not gonna get her pregnant. So.
But you still putting. My point is, you will still be putting raw penis inside of a hoe.
Oh yeah, it sounds good when you say it. Raw penis.
The views of shampoo is not the views of Anton from Anton Daniels.
Say it again slowly, Mia. Raw
you haven't protected sex with her, but it's still at your leisure. It's like on your call. If it's on your call, it's cool.
But then men,
no, because I would have to get with somebody that's on my level, or somebody that's
time with them.
Somebody that's more familiar. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get let's say people. Let's say for example, I was to get with Q, just hypothetically. Nobody would trip about that. Like everybody, Q. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it.
You got with Brittany Renner.
But if I get with Brittany Renner, it's like, nah, what the fuck is this nigga time thinking?
Let's
take
out you making it official with Brittany Renner, and people see you outside with her multiple times. You think they still not gonna go crazy on you?
I would have to call Anton and be like, yo, did she got something on you? Yo, she got something on you? Like, wait, what's good? What she got on you? Is she blackmailing you?
No. Not the guys. The guys gonna know what's going on.
The guy's gonna be like, "Oh, you here?"
But it's not. But it's levels to it, right? If you would a national bop, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's a national bop is somebody that's known, got
Brittany
the reputation. Yeah, like a Brittany Renner, right?
Oh, okay.
If you get with a local bop, it's not as bad, but she can't be. Like she can't have kids by multiple guys. You see what I'm saying? Like it's
no
levels.
Evidence. No
evidence.
No evidence.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't have kids, no one can say for sure unless they have proof.
Unless they got proof. But even if they got proof, as long as you ain't got kids.
Yeah.
Like we look at guys that get with them, right? The national bops. And we'll say, oh, this nigga's just clout chasing, or you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be now at this point, it's kind of like, oh, he a nobody, or I'll give you an example. When we seen what was the delicious dude?
Flavor Flav?
No. Remember when a guy like she had got with married one of them five?
Yeah, the light skinned one. The Fab Five.
Yeah.
The dudes that had got the lawsuit.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, so she had got with the dude that got the lawsuit money.
They're not together no more.
Every single dude that do the game seen that shit a mile away, and we was like,
he was in jail though. He might not
know. He don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? We kind of felt bad for him.
Yeah, he was in jail. He ain't know no better.
But anybody that try to get with Flavor Flav, I look at them women crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
But no, because guys understood the game. It came with the visibility. It got her on or whatever, and so we knew what it was, right? But the guy, whatever his name was, I don't even remember who the guy was. We was looking at him and was like, "Oh, you
Raymond Santana." It just came to
Raymond
my head.
Santana. That was his name. Yeah. And so we looked at him and we was like, "Oh, we see what this is." Like every guy knew. Oh, we know how this is gonna turn out. Then eventually he was like, "Oh, I can't believe it." You know what I'm saying? They got taken advantage of and all of this stuff. Like it was like, well, nigga, what did you expect?
He was in jail. He didn't know
what did you expect? But we looked at him as food. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, he don't know. He getting caught up in some shit that he don't even know he about to get caught up in.
That was a predator situation. She took advantage of him. Predator.
Well, he should have known better.
He should have, but
I mean, how would he know better?
He did spend quite a bit of his teenage and young adult years in prison.
Yeah, he probably didn't know who she was like that.
But my point is that we looked at him and we said, "Oh, he fooled," right? But if you are a person that got some visibility, you got some money, you know the game, you've been around the block, you know what I'm saying, as far as like understanding what the game is, you're not supposed to get caught up in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't get caught up in that shit.
Not with her. You supposed to be.
I mean, let's be honest. He shouldn't have either. He should have known because he had just gotten that settlement. He had gotten that settlement from, the lawsuit, and he had all this money. He should have known that.
Mimi, that man got arrested when he was a young boy.
17.
You got these athletes that actually are hooking up with whores. So you think a man has been locked up, the boy would have known better?
But he jumped into the big leagues instead of going to college, right? He could have got him a nice, cool young girl that nobody knew that got 300 followers on Instagram and was rocking out with her, right?
Y'all call those, he was green.
He liked the limelight. He liked spending money. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was doing some big shit. Everybody was warning him. He ignored it. And so that's when he got finessed. But my point is that in that example, my point is that we'll overlook the thing that we know makes the most sense in order to justify getting with a person that we know we're not supposed to be with. He's a prime example of that publicly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we knew
prime example of it.
It was just a matter of time before she was gone.
Of course. Any woman would have looked at, this man been in jail. This man probably gullible. He ain't probably been around fine women ever, been around men. So the first woman, he felt like, let me do everything I could. He was green.
Somebody said AD sees himself as a B. First of all, I'm richer than your favorite rapper. That's a fact. I got more motion than most of these niggas that's out here. That's a fact. And I'll also tell you that some of your favorite celebrity females, we cool. I coach them sometimes. Some of the chicks that y'all worship, nigga, and I ain't even talking about no bops. I'm talking about like some of y'all favorite actresses and shit. We cool. We good people. I might even interview a couple of them just to throw it out there. So, y'all, the problem with a lot of these niggas is that y'all keep worshiping these chicks and thinking that they not regular women just because they celebrities or just because they got some visibility. A lot of these chicks they ain't even got no money like that.
They don't.
Guys gotta stop worshiping women. And just because they got visibility does not mean that they not regular people just like everybody else. Stop worshiping these women, bro. They regular women just like everybody else.
The niggas gotta stop hating on black men that got money. I see motherfuckers, I can feel motherfuckers frowning up when Anton throw around all that motherfucking money.
I don't think there's a lot of men that hate on men that got
mind you, he only do that when they talking shit in the chat.
Yeah,
I like to interact with the chat. I like chat.
No, I'm saying, why do men do that? Why do we do that to each other? As soon as you say something like, you know what I'm saying, like, why was that?
Well, I look at it as
like that's another thing.
I'm one of the rare content creators, to be honest with you, that don't censor people. So when I see people trolling, and that's just chat. The chat do what the chat do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are part of the show. You know what I'm saying? I like to interact with the chat. I'm not gonna censor nobody. I'm not gonna tell nobody that they can't say no crazy shit to me. I'm cool with it.
I'm just talking about black men in general. Like if I'm with somebody like a friend of mine and something will go by, a car go by, be like, yo, that shit hot. And he'll say, yeah, that shit's hot, but I wouldn't have got that color. Like, it's like,
oh yeah.
Bugging.
I mean, it's the yin and the yang for everybody that say I walk with you, I fuck with you. It's gonna be another person that say I don't like that nigga, and it's a part of the game. I ain't tripping about it.
People gonna hate.
But I know that there's other people. It's a lot of people that are censor, blocking. Don't let them say shit. I don't block nobody. I let everybody rock out. So I'm cool with it. But I do think that it's to get back to Cam. I do think it's kind of a bad time to get into a relationship because I don't think that people know what they get themselves into.
Who was that girl he used to go with? The
light skinned chick that was on hip hop.
Juju.
Juju.
Love and Hip. Yeah, she was fine.
If we judge off the people, you know, everybody complaining, man. It's not a lot of people like saying a bunch of good stuff about relationships. So I would say it got to be a horrible time.
But people
that's all
complain
the
about
shows.
anything, though. They complain.
Negativity is like, you know, that's what's happening. You know,
they don't just complain about relationships. You gave people a microphone and a phone and the internet.
Oh.
They just talk about and complain about. They complain about work and they don't want to work. They don't want to do this.
They do. They complain about other things too. But I just said relationship because that's the topic. But
no, I'm saying they complain about I'm saying people complain about every thing that they can think of. So I think it depends on the person. Is it a horrible time to get in a relationship? It depends on the person. Is it a horrible time?
You think it's a popping time to get in a relationship?
It depends on the people. It depends on the person. You have to find somebody that's equally yoked, and people don't know
about the field though. Like that's the field is like full of like good. I don't think it's full of rotten fruit.
I think it's a horrible time to get into a relationship.
I've seen this.
You can see a crackhead woman and a crackhead man, and they're a couple. They stay together.
They love each other.
But I've seen a show. I was watching a show with Drewski, and they had this girl. I don't know. She was an OnlyFans model, and she says that she goes around saying she sleeps with a bunch of celebrity men, and she still get these men.
That's probably Selena Powell.
Selena Powell.
That's the what? She white?
Yeah, she's a white girl.
That's Selena Powell.
She's a total bop, and she's still.
She will still hit though.
I don't know why niggas fucking.
I don't know. Like, are they dumb?
She looked deformed, bro.
You never going to nobody take her serious.
She's an informant.
They be taking her. I don't know what it is, man. These people. She look crazy. Her body.
She be black. I feel like she be blackmailing them.
What's her name?
Selena Powell.
Okay.
She's still getting these kind of men, like these rich men, that rich and famous kind of guys.
Because
niggas be liking certain shit.
They be lonely. Them men be lonely.
No. Who was the last black guy she recorded? She outed as a rapper.
She did Snoop Dogg.
Offset.
No, but I'm saying them dudes be liking some weird shit. Maybe she'll go there with them.
Yeah.
She outed Snoop Dogg. Yeah, she takes pictures while they're asleep after she finishes having sex.
Snoop Dogg had sex with her.
Yes. Yep.
What, really? Snoop Dogg, the rapper?
Yes. Look it up. Yes.
Oh my god.
That was all over the Shade Room when she had posted. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Everybody.
Men's G-spot is in their butt. That's what Selena Powell.
Oh, get away from my butt.
I think that's propaganda.
You're gonna keep getting those men.
Now men that
how do they find that out? Though, is what I'm wondering.
When they go get a what's that called? Y'all have a prostate.
I feel like it's propaganda that they use to usher in homosexuality.
How would you be able to find out?
Is there like a line in between? Like there's an in between?
Somebody put their finger up there. That's
somebody told somebody.
Somebody got paid.
You ever put your own finger up your ass?
The doctors will tell you.
What?
You ever put your own finger up your ass?
No.
That's how they get y'all to be okay with it. They want y'all to be okay with
it too?
with things back there, bro. I'm telling you. They trying to usher in that homosexuality. It's propaganda. They trying to convince everybody. Oh, the G spot is in the butthole. So then be like, okay, let's try. Maybe I might get a little.
You wildin'.
It's Pride Month.
You trying to make it like
Pride Month.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what G spot mean.
Girl shit, right?
Honestly, it's like
y'all got one too.
Let me see.
What happened to just regular like? Yo, I want to get my nut off, and like what? That's euphoric.
That's too traditional, Anton.
No, it ain't traditional
for that. You gotta lick.
No.
Look at Miss Blue getting a butthole.
By itself is incredible. Why is that not enough? That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's why you can't go past a certain threshold because once you go too far, you can't go back.
Everybody's.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, that's good. We know you haven't gone that far yet.
One thing, y'all know what the problem is? We live in a Western society that was built by Romans. That's the problem. They was the freakiest culture ever. Europeans are freaky, and we have this Western mindset. That's the problem.
Well, ain't a problem when you do
That's what I thought too, Cali Bose. I thought that the G spot was the tip of the mushroom.
In your boom.
No, that's not it.
No,
I don't think men have a G spot.
All right, let me ask a question. What does G stand for?
There's let me see, because I don't know what it's good for.
You said G?
Orgasm.
I thought it was good spot.
Gorg.
No, I don't think
it's
it
a
means
name.
It means it's
Good question. What's the G spot?
That's the gay.
I know it's hard.
What does G stand for?
It has a stem. It has a stem on it. It's like a stem.
It stands for Grafenberg.
Yeah, it's a stem.
Yeah, he was a German gynecologist.
See, German. That's what I'm talking about. European, westernized.
But there is. It's like hard a little bit. That's the G spot.
I thought it was good spot too, chat.
He said.
It is.
I'm so confused.
He described this as the erogenous zone on the anterior front wall of the vagina.
I told you.
It's on the inside, but on the back, it's like touching.
Yes, it's a no. It's a no.
This is why it's such a bad time to have a fucking relationship. Look what y'all talking about. Look at this.
Freaked out. Everybody's really freaked out.
I think more people should know where the G spot is.
Hey, one thing we learned tonight is Miss Blue like her ass licked.
Oh.
He's a mess.
She's like, remember that, Miss Blue?
Y'all over there talking about the hose is the freaking one. Okay,
You do like your ass licked, right,
I'm
Miss
gonna
Blue?
leave y'all with that.
Miss Blue, you like your asshole licked, right? Miss Blue, do you like your asshole licked?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
Yes.
He's a mess.
That's all right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Fucking crazy.
Nothing wrong.
All you gotta do is reverse it back on him, Miss Blue.
Miss Blue,
I already know. He said he would do when he was doing coke. That he was doing stuff, strange stuff for
Yeah, coke make you horny. Coke make you horny. Coke.
Oh,
yeah. He already said that he got fingered in the ass.
Do some shit you never did before.
Yeah. See.
Oh my god.
It smells bad. It smells bad, but I like it.
You smell
it bad.
It smells like tilapia.
What the heck?
So when you play with your butt, you smell it?
When I was a kid, it looked like chocolate.
Not chocolate, yo. He's a mess.
With peanuts.
It's getting late.
Anybody else? Before we close out, no more butt talk. A mess. Let me get this.
No more butt talk.
No more butt talk. Mr. Bogart says if men have to deal with these high body counts, they may as well be a side dude. That's the win-win spot nowadays. I guess if y'all want to sign up for that. No, but we do appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday. Go Spurs in 5.
No, the next one tonight. Hey,
you know what? I actually wanted the Knicks to win one game because I want the Spurs. I want the Spurs to win their last game at Spurs.
Knicks and 6.
Yeah.
Knicks and 6.
Yeah, because the 5th game is in San Antonio. I don't want them celebrating because it's gonna be like you know how they
get injured. Don't let his ass.
You know what? You know what I just thought?
Wanyama.
No, y'all point guard got injured. Brunson, whatever his name is.
Yeah. No, he's good now.
Yeah, he's good now. He was faking, but what you said?
No, he wasn't.
He was like, my knee, my ankle.
You
can't have all these
if Wemby, if he breaks anything, if he even falls the wrong way, it's a
Why
wrap.
you trying to wish it on that man?
It's a wrap for the Spurs. That's all
they wish it on Wembyana.
No, they were scoring. They were scoring when he was out. They was banging.
Exactly.
No, they didn't.
They was banging. They was getting more points when he sat out.
Who
lost?
They
still lost.
They lost because they had a lot of turnovers. But it's okay. Anytime the Spurs lose, that happens to them, they come back and win again. Watch their second game about to be good.
Knicks had that D, like we got that D.
No, right? Wembyana actually had 6 turnovers, and that's not really like him. And he even admitted. I was watching listening to it. He admitted. He said he messed up, even though he had 20-something points. But he did have 6 turnovers. Wembyana, he blames himself.
Can you imagine the size of that guy?
Yeah. How big you think he is, Shampoo?
About 17 inches.
Why do you think about a man's Johnston, bro?
That nigga tied up in his shorts.
As a Lakers fan going for Spurs too. But we do appreciate you guys.
Clock
it. Tied up like a croissant.
We appreciate you guys. They playing Friday. They're gonna win. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys are interested in joining the panel that have not been on. Men, ladies, hit my DM, put panel, but make sure you tune into the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow, and make sure you guys follow these panelists.
Can I say one more thing?
Q can be very rude to the ladies on the panel. Girl, I barely talk.
Q was not even rude.
I barely talk.
Girl, bye.
Somebody want to shout out anybody before we leave, or your channels?
I want to say something.
Wasn't it somebody else that said they wanted to say something?
Tiege.
Nah, Shampoo about to say some gay stuff. Go ahead, Shampoo.
No, I'm not. I don't talk gay stuff.
Go ahead.
Let me say something. Don't you ever, ladies out there, don't you ever in your life, if you're in a long-term relationship, ever put God above your husband.
Oh,
I do.
Don't you want to do it?
Move this. We're not talking about that. We're not doing that, Shampoo. God comes first. God comes first. You guys have a good night. Don't listen to Shampoo. He's a heathen.